All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Awfully Silly, the penultimate episode of Awfully Silly. Actually, my name is Conception, the host of the show here. Before we jump in, we got a nice loaded episode. We got like 5 different runs going on. We're going to have a good time, and it's going to be a bunch of fun stuff. But before we jump in, want to remind everyone of just a few things. First, I started off by saying this is the penultimate episode of Awfully Silly. That's correct. That means the next episode in 2 weeks is our finale of the show, the series as a whole, of which we're doing something a little bit special, and we are going to be doing a best of Awfully Silly episode. If you would like to get your final votes in, because we got to lock down the run of show here pretty soon, ! Silly finale in the chat, and you can vote for any run that has ever been in the 4-year length span of Awfully Silly. We've gotten quite a few votes so far, and there's some really, really fun and goofy things on there. I can't wait to see what we all put together for the very last episode of Awfully Silly. Another reminder as well, it's the last call for the Hotfix t-shirts if you're interested, so make sure you grab your limited edition Coop mascot shirts by Monday, August 18th, so you got one more week before they're gone for good. Plus you're going to want to check out, we got the Hotfix keychain, sticker pack, all of that as well, and the link for that is theyeti.com/GDQ to check that out, so we appreciate it. But without further ado, let us dive in. So today we're going to be exploring indie games as a whole that are definitely a little bit silly in nature. Kind of fits the vibe of the show, if you will. And we're going to be kicking it off with a really, really fun and a really, really goofy run, but also very interesting. And this is going to be Arctic Eggs. It's going to be run by Teddy Ross. Teddy, the floor is yours. Take it away.
I can't believe nobody can be silly ever again in 2 weeks. That's pretty messed up.
I know. It's all serious all the time in 2 weeks.
All serious business on this challenge with it. What the heck?
I know. Ridiculous.
Anyway, I'm just going to start right now. Start the timer whenever. It doesn't matter. This is the egg
That's
game.
the energy. That's the energy we want. There it is.
You believe on Arctic Eggs, you cook a lot of eggs. I'm going to start by cooking an egg right now. As soon as he stops talking to me. For some reason, all the soldiers have this, like, beak-looking thing on their face. I'm not sure what's up with that. It's supposed to be like a mask or something to protect from cold over there. Did you just do a full flip? What is this egg doing? I'm getting that out of here. Try again. Try even a little harder next time.
Just a little.
There we go. I don't know what the hell happened. Can't even beat the first level. What's he doing? Get him out of here. Get the big like hook. Like yoink him off the stage.
Yeah, that's the premise. You've never played this game before, right? This is
it's my first time. I've never done this.
Huge.
That's when everyone does a speedrun on this channel. They've never done it before. They're just really good at games.
Yep. And a test. Definitely really good at video games over here.
Anyway, we're going to add a little cigarette for flavor in this one. Whoop. I keep over flipping it. Can I take it easy? I'm too strong. Oh my god.
No buff.
Yeah, the cigarette's like a timer, technically. If it burns out, level's over. Start again. Should have got that. Well, it's like plenty of time. You don't have to worry about it. They'd like really be goofing over that to happen.
I'm not worried. I'm just hungry.
We're gonna walk on the outside of this railing because it's faster. Then I'm gonna. Oh, I fell out early. That's fine. I thought I was dead. that was me thinking I was about to fall into the void and really look stupid, but no, we're good. It's weird. They like patched out being able to walk on the edge of that ledge, but they didn't patch out being able to fall off like the map by just walking off the railing. I don't know why. It's weird.
Priorities.
And I was like, no more speed running. Anyway, you can still die here for no reason. Okay, that was a cool flip. I keep over flipping stuff. I gotta take it easy. That thing that like I wish more devs would do, where like when they patch out stuff, they just like leave the old patch in like the beta files and whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some devs just like patch out something like you just like have to learn to down patch in like current year, which is always a pain in the ass. This one's like, nah, just click a little drop down menu in Steam. Oh, thanks, frick. Hey, this is like 500 cigarettes. I didn't count.
Delicious seasoning.
It makes it yummier. Oh, okay, we did it. We won the level before that random cigarette decided it wanted to disappear. I don't know where it was going. It was on a journey. This game's got like 900... Oh, hang on. I need 2 of these things. One of them just didn't spawn. Weird. It's gonna be like 900 chickens. I'm not sure what this game's deal is. Got some weird lore. I haven't like actually like read what they're saying in a long time. I think chickens are illegal or something. Oh, what the heck? Nice. That one fish felt like slipping. Oh my god! Stop doing kick flips. You don't need to show off. Take it easy.
Yeah, this ain't Tony Hawk's pro egg maker.
I don't get points for that. Stop it. There we go. That's more normal. I'll take that. Those two fish are kissing or something. There we go. That should cook. The rest of that fish texture in the tin, don't worry about it. That's going to be there. Why aren't these two not cooking? There we go.
There we are.
More rail walking, because why not? The rails in this game are dumb and you can just ignore them half the time. I don't know why they did that.
Maybe this is Tony Hawk. You're like grinding on these rails.
Yeah, we're just going through them. We're confounding OSHA. See, these rails are here for your safety, and then I do this, and they're just like, what are you doing? How dare you? How did you do that? I mean, flipping on the bottom is like way harder than flipping anywhere else. But it's like safer? I don't know. Hard to describe. Anyway, the sausage cook faster than the eggs because, who knows? This guy wants bacon and an egg at the same time. Never been done before. Why was that snowflake so big? Why'd that snowflake spawn like right in front of my face? What was that? The bacon cooks way slower than the egg, though. Oh my god, except everything's all weird. Whatever, got it. I like this jacket they have on the left where they just like have a philosopher up there for no reason. You see that painting?
A lot of this game makes a lot of sense.
Put that on my jacket. Yeah. Put that painting on my jacket right now.
Put that on a t-shirt. Come on.
Yeah, like it's weird. They have this like weird mask that like covers their nose. I'm not sure what's up with that. It's like some Dune type stuff. I don't even know. We're in Antarctica. I don't know what it does. It keeps the cold out. It keeps you from breathing cold or something. Who knows? It's the future, and we're cooking eggs. So everyone's dressed like this is high fashion in the future.
May not like it. It's what peak fashion looks like.
They had to look forward to in the year like 2097 or something. Yeah, just flip everything. Whatever. That worked out. Everything's cool. Somebody just do a flip and like, you're like, that was a mistake. That was so stupid. They're like, oh, never mind. That worked out perfectly. I'm the best at this game. It's fine. Never doubted. That staircase is weird and stops me sometimes. Please, please, please. I'm trying to play the game. Please, me play. There we go.
The invisible wall. Yeah.
Misaligned hitboxes or something. I don't know. I never get stuck that hard. Normally it's just like a little like, oh, just got to move left and right until you get through. Double flippy. Hey, let's go. He's impressed back there. You can tell by how he's not looking at me and like glancing about. That means he's impressed. There we go. Yeah, they're saying words. I'm just skipping all the dialogue. I ain't got time for that. They're just like, wow, I'm going to eat this egg. I don't know what they're saying after they beat the egg thing. Pretty much that. Just yum. Looks tasty. Something like that. What else do you say?
The wild thing is they all
breakfast?
Yeah, they all like their eggs the same way. They never. No one's like, you know what? I really like scrambled. You know, can you hit us with some scrambled?
No, only sunny side.
Oh, that's it. That's all. I
don't even have a spatula. I'm using the pan.
True.
I don't even have a stove. I don't even know how I'm doing this.
Imagine you just have some kind of flame, like power, that you just are heating up the pan with your eyes.
This is just pans in the future. They're just like this. Pan and stove all at once.
That's cool. Looking forward to that then.
Seems like a fire hazard, but you know what? That's coward talk. Nah.
I saw no flames, so.
Anyway, I need to bully this insect. I don't know why we're in jail. Like, this is what you do in jail. You're just like, yeah, make this cockroach mad at you.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure thing, Mr. Robot.
Vibe out at is that the toilet he's right in front of?
Yeah, he's just chilling on the toilet. I don't know what's in there. It doesn't look like...
Vibing.
Doesn't look like anything I want anything to do with. Anyway, there's that. I have to cook an egg, but there's a twist. There's a twist. Bullet.
What's the twist?
There we go. And it's gone. Oh, I didn't flip my egg. I didn't realize. I was too busy looking at the bullet. I was distracted. Oh, those trick in the book. Look at the bullet. Oh, hang on. Nope. Could I get this out of here, but we can just wait a sec. Whatever, it's fine. The theme of jail is bullets, I think. There's a lot of these. Like, I think most of the levels, I think the rest of them for the rest of this, we can get that out of here. Nope. It can right in the pan with us, I guess. What is my egg doing? I failed that completely. Okay.
Whoa.
Let's just throw that out of the pan so I don't have to worry about it. Maybe bulletless for a hot second. Whoop. Flip that before the bullet goes off and makes everything worse. Hey, oh, come on. Rude.
Oops.
Unflips your eggs. Mods, unflip his eggs. Take care of that. There we go.
Also impressive that there are no shells in these eggs.
They're cracking them off screen.
Not a shell to be seen. Yeah. They got it down. They got the system down.
It was ignoring me for a sec. Weird. I'm going to cook a whole pizza and I'm going to mess that up completely. That's so cool. I love clicking too fast. Fun fact, that's a tortilla. Oh. That's a tortilla texture, I can tell. It's not, no back of the pizza looks like that.
I was gonna say, it looks like the moon.
Oh my god, I'm having such a bad time with bullets right now. Woo! Yeah, what other pizza can you get in prison, I guess? Tortilla pizza, maybe like a really, really awful frozen one, I don't know. Is this cooked yet? There we go, finally. Let me get the explode. Yeet. Perfect.
A little cooked on the bottom now. A little texture.
Yeah, this game's got details. Like your pizza, it cook. You can cook the pizza. Mamma mia. Okay, egg, no bullet, thank you. Just exploded by his feet. He doesn't care. Dude's hard. Dude's tough. Yeah, whatever. You see that every day. Hang on. I need to get this near the bullet, maybe. Okay, good. It should be cooked. There we go. I'm out of here. Gonna do one of those fancy speedrun techniques where I just load my save. So auto saves when you finish the thing, so I just get to leave. You just load into the starter level, so yeah, why not? I ain't gotta walk all that way. Anyway, now I gotta walk all that way to get to the next area. I'm going to the club. You think about going to the club, you think, you know, drinking, dancing, and eating eggs. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the third one. Maybe a little bit of the other two. Mostly the eating eggs part. And also, I hate this staircase. I'm just gonna ignore it. And there we go.
Woo! Through the floor.
Gonna pop on in there. I never even read this sign. What is it called? Cafe Massa? That's a lame one. Come on. You can work on that.
Yeah. Was that named after someone?
I have no idea. I didn't read it until now. I've just been like, hey, look. Egg. I love egg. I've been distracted by that. I never even looked at the lore of this place. I wasn't supposed to spill the beer, and I made everything worse. Let me try doing that without spilling the beer. You can beat these without it. It's just like way harder. I was totally beefing it. Let me get that egg cooked. There we go.
Totally beer in it.
I feel better if I don't spill the beer. Definitely feel way cooler. Yeet. Wait, I didn't need to talk to you, right? Yeah, I didn't need to talk to you. Whoops. Clicked the wrong one. They're just chilling in the background the whole time. Not dealing with moves, though. Check these out. Incredible. Everyone clap. Oh, no. I spilled the beer again. Okay, whatever. Let's do a very careful flip this time. Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. I'm so ballin'. First, I spilled the other beer.
Look at that beer.
There you go. They're laying in some trash at the club. You know how it is. This is our other mechanic. We gotta put ice cubes in glass to cook it.
I love cooking ice.
Yeah, it makes it all, makes the texture good. Yeah. If it falls out of the glass, I have to start over. Actually, if I flip my egg and then it falls out like at the same time, it'll cook faster than the ice melts, which is nice, but like... Yeah, it is another thing you gotta watch out for. It's mostly like a weird setup thing. You gotta like spend a ton of time doing that. Anyway, this is like the hardest level in the game right here. This dude's dancing. I clicked too fast. And I gotta do that again. Hang on, so I don't spill my beer instantly. And you are causing me problems. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. Okay, that worked out. Oh, will it? I forgot these. Oh no, the fish are flop, and they do that. That's why I hate this level. The fish in this one decided they want to flop.
It's like, is the beer bringing them back to life?
Nah, they're in the club. They're in the dance floor. They got to dance.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Yeah, the beer usually spills since I flip these guys, but like normally that's not a problem. I just gotta wait for them to cook. But they decided the beer bottle was no longer vibing with them, and they threw it out of the pan last time. They like two of them flipped at the same time or something. It was really weird. Can you cook? Okay, the less they're contacting the surface, like the longer it takes to cook. Oh hell! Oh, I made a sandwich. I don't want to do that. Hang on. Woo! What? Okay, the egg flew out. I'm clicking clicking way too fast. Whatever. Just make it work. Whatever. Pure
not
chaos.
Not enough sandwiches are made with eggs as the bread and a beer bottle as the meat.
No. I think if you suggest that to like a chef, they would shoot you with a gun or something.
And they'd probably be right, yeah.
All right, there we go. One cooked beer bottle and some other stuff. Like this one was like the longest setup, I want to say. You have to like do 2 glasses. Use a tiny little awful shadow to figure out where your ice cube is. Right, and then flippy. Didn't spill nothing, that's great. We skipped one level in this club, and it's the level where we feed a whale. Unfortunately, he's really far down there in the toilet, so we can't go get that. So I'm gonna go the other way and just do the last guy over here. Yeah, you can, if you want to buy this game and feed a whale through a toilet, that's what you can do in this game. Incredible. Make your wildest dreams come true.
Yeah, I was like, it's everything I've ever wanted from a video game.
That level's slow. It takes too long to get to. Otherwise, you just like cook an egg and you have to throw it out of the pan. It'd be very impressive, I guess. But yeah, it's good enough. And we're doing the same thing we did last time. I'm just gonna load game. And I'm out. This club stinks. I'm out of here.
Gotta go.
They say one person, not great. It's not a person. It's a whale. Are whales people? This game thinks so. I'm messing up my little trick here. I gotta go on the rail, then I gotta go out of the rail, and I'm gonna end up over here. Whee. It's a jump, I think, technically. I think I did parkour right there. I don't know. I'd say maybe 5 seconds of walking. I don't even know. That's like this game's only trick.
Love tech.
I'm gonna walk on the outside of this rail, which sometimes just kills me. And I don't know why. Oh, there we go. Popped in. Perfect. The rail thing also doesn't really save any time. You just do it because you can. And this is the fish realm. I'm gonna cook fish here, like this puffer fish that likes to bounce and be annoying. Look at this guy. He makes basketball sounds, or like dodgeball sounds, really. They're just like, yeah, look up dodgeball.wav, put that in my game. This is a big fish. It's like the small fish, but he's bigger and also more alive. He likes to flop all the time. Sometimes this just makes you lose. Like, he can just, like, flop back to the other side and, like, make you waste more time. Or, like, in the middle, like, you can flip him in the middle of flipping. He'll flip himself and, like, reflip himself back to normal. It looks like you messed up your flip. No, he messed it up for you. I think he's in, like, every level except for one that we're doing in this area. Oh, I got a fish amalgamation. Can't have that. Please, I don't need you cooking on this. Oh, my God. I am too strong today. I keep flipping things way too hard. All right, there we go. Just trying to get my thing back to normal. It doesn't cook on its side. It has to cook on the flat part.
Things really unsettled by the moving fish. The moving fish bother me because it's like we're cooking them alive.
I've seen fish that are extremely dead that flop around. Went to one of those 99 ranch marts and there was a fish that didn't have its head and it was still flopping.
You're right, that is worse.
Actually, no head, no tail.
Yeah.
It was straight up a fillet. Like, it was like there was no fish on it except for like I think skin on the bottom and some muscle, and it was still flopping.
Oh my god.
Very fresh.
That is stick. Yeah.
They just do that,
Oh,
I guess. Wow. Let me see if I can flip this stingray. It's usually pretty easy, but like sometimes that happens. What was that? There we go. It's better. Notice his mouth. It's pulsating.
Why?
Because they can. Check out this cool shader I made. Oh, okay. Thank you. Put that in our game right now. I'm sure that's how it went. Like, hey, check this out. Like, oh, no way. We got to keep that in there.
Yeah, that absolutely stays.
I can make his mouth do a thing. Please. All right, this level is either really annoying and quick or really annoying and I have to do it 5 times. This one seems like it's going well unless the fish flops and ruins it. Almost. Almost ruined it all the way. Partial ruin. Come on, you're like 3 seconds away. There we go. Perfect. Could have gone worse. All right, anyway, that's the end of the normal levels. We just got to cook for the Saint of 6 Stomachs, which is the boss of this area. He's like the mob boss or something. I don't know. He has 6 stomachs. I must feed them. I guess I'll look at my magic sticker that tells me how many people I fed with eggs, which, yeah, that's the right number. 27. This is the last guy. It was Secret Lair, which is everyone knows where it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then this ominous long hallway. I feel like I'm in a level of Portal right now. There's one of the stomachs. Get it. Put eggs in it. Can you not be on the other egg, please? I beg you. There we go. These eggs are going sideways today. What are they doing? Being quirky. There we go.
Nothing like cooking up some eggs by stomach light.
I don't know what's going on with this one.
Why does that look worse happening in there?
I don't know. Not every stomach is as healthy as the last one.
I guess that's true.
You got 6 of them. You can like neglect a few of them, right? You know, 4 eggs.
Yeah. Like being a cat with 9 lives.
Whoop. Okay. Whoop. There. I don't know why that egg just flipped like 5 times. That egg's showing off. Can we? There we go. Thank you. Got a rib cage on this one. I don't know what's happening with this one at all. Also, there's 5 eggs now. This is too many eggs, some would say. Some would say not enough. Those people very hungry. Whoop. Okay, can we flip these? Thank you. Is that egg cooking? Oh, come on. No. Dude, can you not overflip? There we go, come on. Okay, that one was cooking. Cool. I need this one to get under the other one, please. Please. Are you cooking? You should be. You got your spot. There we go. Come on, there we go. Perfect. 6 eggs. One of his stomachs is a chicken. Don't worry about it. In the future, you can do this. Actually, a few in the back there are chickens. Not just this one up front.
I don't like what that implies, that they need eggs, to eat eggs to be satisfied.
Chickens will eat other chickens. They are deranged animals. The tales that farmers will tell you.
That is true. I've heard some weird things about chicken, for sure.
They are absolutely weird dinosaurs. Oh, I messed up. Whatever. Let's do that again. I was paying attention to one egg and I forgot about this other one, how it also has the rules of gravity applying to it. Oops. And then flip you, and then you gotta wait. Oh my god, there we go. We're good. Pan's a little crowded. This happens. Whoop, there we go, and then... do this like the riskiest and dangerous way possible. Please flip. Please flip. There we go. We gotta clean up whatever's left. Yeah, it's that one right there. The worst, they're on top of each other like this. Flip them back, and there's nowhere to put these things. There we go. Okay. Finally, our final boss, 1 egg. That's not a stomach. That's some guy's head. What the heck? Oh.
Gotta eat somehow.
True. This egg is either the victory lap or like the hardest thing to do in the entire planet. I don't know why. Anyway, that's it. I gotta mash through some dialogue, and then I gotta shake his hand real good. He's freeing the hand from the contraption, and don't worry about the logistics of how we're doing this handshake. The more you think about it, the less it makes sense. Yeah, I must reject the pan. I can't handshake without this. I no longer need you. To the void you go. And I'm very good at shaking hands. There we go. That's how speedrunners shake. See, if you just grab the hand early before you grab it, you save frames. The credits gonna play now, but there's like a slight bit of gameplay after the credits, so it's one of those runs, you know?
Ah, yes. I love that. Credits gameplay.
Look, it's an indie game, so the credits are really short. I can make the plane do this, though, if I like want to move my mouse more. Any carpal tunnel enjoyers and shit?
Any carpal tunnel enjoyers. You have to like it.
Exactly.
You can tell when you don't.
I never read some of these names sometimes. I'm just like, what do you mean there's a guy named Larvaman in this? Gooby, the Golem Writer. 11 people just use their usernames for these things. It's great.
Red Eyes Green Dragon.
Was there one of those in there? Oh, it's sick. I have to do like one more thing, really, which is I have to wait for this little thing to flash in the middle of my screen. So we know it's time to start playing the game again. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna move while I can't see anything, and hopefully I don't walk off a mountain. I have walked off a mountain.
One could say.
All right, whatever.
Yeah.
Small amount of time loss. That's basically it. I need to go pet a chicken to the top of this mountain at the end of the run. I'm just gonna play silly games. I could do a bunch of stuff like this all the time on my Twitch channel. Sometimes I speedrun them, sometimes I don't.
Yeah,
I need more.
Shout out to Chatty.
I need people to release more speedrunnable silly games. Most of them are just like I play them once. I'm like, yep, that's it. That's a great game. And then I don't. Had a bit of a speedrun throughout this year.
Core. I feel that to my core. I run into that all the time with silly games that I play. Like, this is a fun game, but I can't. It has no speedrun potential.
I only want to play it one time. It's like,
yeah.
Make a walking simulator, but you can cook eggs in it. This game figured it out. Anyway, I'm gonna pet this chicken, and the time's gonna be when the screen fades to black. Pet this chicken so good. It loves when its head is shaking like this. Gotta get under the chin or whatever.
Chickens love that, for sure.
That's the run. It's a tradition. We need to jump off the mountain when the screen fades out. Whoa. Whoa.
How else do you get down Everest?
That's time. Woo. That was Arctic egg. There's more egg to cook in this. I only did like basically any percent except I guess it's like glitches 90% or whatever you want to call it. I think there's a way to like technically skip to the end right away. Ain't doing that.
One of those.
Yeah, it's one of those. This game's a lot of one of those so far.
Awesome. Well, yeah. I mean, you've been on Awfully Silly many times over the few that we've had the show going on. But any other shout outs, plugs, highlights you want to do before we move on to the next one?
Nah, I kind of did that during the last little bit.
You sure did. I appreciate that. Well, we'll see how the votes go. Maybe one of your infamous runs from the past, so maybe a sushi one or a Salamander County, or who knows what can come up in the voting. But thank you so much for being here for this episode. I appreciate it, Teddy.
Egg.
All right, for everybody else out there, we're going to take a little bit of a quick break here, so feel free to get up, stretch, pick up whatever you find in your house, throw it in a frying pan, and we will see you here in just a few short moments. All right, and welcome back to Awfully Silly, everybody. If you're just tuning in so far, we are kicking off the night with some silly indie speedruns. We started it with Arctic eggs, and we fed, I believe it was 28 people with some delicious eggs mixed with some other unseasonable and unsavory deals. But, you know, they're happy, and that's all that matters. Before we jump into the next run, though, I want to remind everyone of just a few things. First of all, if you're looking to get more involved with the GDQ community as a whole, highly suggest joining the GDQ Discord. We even have a hotfix role in there that's going to let you keep up to date with all hotfix goings on. But you can also use that server to keep stay in the loop on upcoming events. You can chat with staff and more. So feel free to use !Discord in the Twitch chat for the invite to that server. Additionally, wanted to shout out Black in a Flash. Now, Black in a Flash is a community that uplifts and connects Black speedrunners of all levels, hosting special events throughout the year to raise money for charity and celebrate Black voices in the speedrunning scene. If you would be interested in learning more about that or applying to get involved with Black in a Flash or any of those events, you can do gdq.gg/BAF. And you can also follow Black in a Flash on Blue Sky. That's at blackinaflash.bsky.social. And you can get the latest updates there. All right, without further ado, we're going to keep the train rolling from Arctic eggs right into mouthwashing. That's right. And it might not be the mouthwashing you're thinking of, or it might be, depending on what your taste in video games is, I guess. But Nico Hart is here to take us through mouthwashing, and I can't wait to see what this entails. Nico, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm back. I was just here on Friday, and now I'm back here on Monday. The fun never stops, and it's not going to stop with mouthwashing because, hey, we use it every day. It's now got its own horror game, and as silly as it might sound, there is a lot of horror-esque themes to this game as well. So just as a big heads up, there's a good few trigger warnings. We'll try to let you know when there's going to be trigger warnings. There is some flashing lights. We'll try to call out when that happens. The game's heavy, but you know, mouthwash, it's fine. But I'm Nico Hart. I speedrun a good variety of different games with also a variety of different controllers. I'm currently working on 2 new controllers that I literally cannot talk about thanks NDA. But I'm joined with 3 lovely commentators of this community and speedrun, starting off with 30 Aces. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, I'm 30 Aces. I do speedrun this game.
Hi, 30 Aces. I'm Ash Mikta. You can call me Ashley, though. Hi, 30 Aces. I'm Ash Mikta. I also speedrun this game. Not nearly as often, but I certainly do speedrun this game occasionally.
Hi, Ash Mikta.
Hi, Luciousness.
I'm Luciousness. I'm a former world record holder in this game. And that's me.
Hi, Luciousness. I'm Nico Hart. So, I love that, by the way.
Flip it back around. Do it all again.
Okay, so time's going to be starting when I skip the little intro bit. Just a quick premise of the synopsis. A first-person psychological sci-fi horror game when a spaceship crew of 5 upon the Pony Express are stranded after a mysterious crash. Let's get the game crack-a-lacking, shall we? Commentary is going to be first started by Ashmita. So, time's going to start now.
All right. So as we are starting time, we have this little glitch effect before we get into what seems to be the cockpit of a ship. It says 0 days before the crash. Now, that's already a pretty scary start to a game, as you can see. 0 days before the crash. The crash seems like something that would be a pretty major part of the story. I don't know why we're starting before it, but that's okay. So it looks like whoever we're playing as is trying to... I was going to say stop the crash, but it looks like actually the crash is still going to happen. But that's okay. We tried our best. So now we're going to run away because that's the only obvious solution to whenever a ship is crashing, to run away. So what Nico Hart is doing here is actually just cycling in between doors in this infinite hallway section. You'll notice that each time he opens a new door, the hallway segment is different. That's because it's random. It randomly picks between either a corner segment, a straight segment, or a T hallway segment. And the amount of times you go back and forth updates the plot by a certain amount. So you'll notice right here, there's a poly. So now he needs to then go to the next door and then keep going back and forth. And after a certain amount of times, he'll then walk forward and progress. And it's just kind of, it's not quite the fastest way to get through it, but it's much faster than walking through the hallway normally. So here he'll just open the door and then walk straight forward and the next door will be it. Or that, either way.
I think it's the next one. Not yet, okay. Next one?
You're good.
No, that would work.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just going to go to the next door. Oh, there we go.
Yep,
I didn't have the handle. I got really confused there for a second.
The handle's a visual cue we normally use, but it can be done without seeing the handle. So.
Yeah. So once we get done crashing the ship and all that, we get transported 2 months after what just took place, and we meet the rest of our crew. There's Swansea, Anya, and Daisuke. We argue about what to do, since now it's been a while since the ship has crashed, and now we're running out of food and supplies. And we realize we need to access the cargo bay, and that's usually forbidden, but this is pretty dire circumstances. Normally you have to go to the cockpit to find the actual code for it, but we use a pretty sick strat called memorization, where we use our brain to just learn the code beforehand. And voila, it's open. And you see all these stacks and stacks of boxes. Mm-hmm. I mean, I wonder what could be inside those boxes. Who knows?
It's almost like the name of the game
One
is
can only
foretelling.
imagine.
But now, just before that, we're 7 days before the crash, and it's going to be doing a psych exam for us to see if we're all well and healthy, because again, we are upon this space vessel for quite a long period of time. So I'm going to go check on the other friends that we have upon this crew, which is going to be Jimmy and Daisuke and Swansea. So first and foremost, we're going to go to inside the utility bay. We don't have to talk to Daisuke. I think it's Daisuke is outside first. No, it's Jimmy. Don't mind me. And we're going to use memorization again to get the axe to 609. Just a normal thing that we got to do now, because we got to break out Daisuke from the expanding phone, because Daisuke is an intern and he's a little bit stupid. So he knows exactly how to use all the machinery around the way. Ergo, he gets himself some case then just stuck. So we have to be the ones to break him out. After we've done that, Swansea's still a little bit mad at him. That's fine. I mean, I don't blame him. But now we're going to go over to Jimmy and we're going to say to him, hey, we're going to be doing his psych evaluation, because we are the only ones kind of responsible enough to be able to do it for him. Also, you should mention as well that I'm happy to be typing a lot on the spacebar. That's because I'm doing this without turbo. We do have turbo runs, but I prefer manually spamming the spacebar. Wait a second. This hallway seems a little bit longer than it did beforehand.
What are you talking about? This is completely normal. You're telling me you don't remember the staircase going down into impeding doom or impending doom? I can't speak.
You know what?
We might have actually we did walk up this on the way.
Yeah, I feel like I remember a little bit. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the
somehow it's just not clicking. I don't know why.
Just like the other
Yeah, you don't remember the drop into the abyss?
No.
Or by abyss, I mean the blood ocean.
No, I definitely don't. Definitely don't.
Nico, I feel like you might need your
this.
psycho vows.
I fully remember this in my casual
What do you
playthrough.
mean? I'm being caught out of here before landing in Blood Ocean. Okay, thank you very much. But this is kind of like the start where our protagonist that we're playing as right now is going through a bit of a mental crisis, is the best way to say it. It's where like he's having hallucinations. This kind of like I don't know, like the stress of being on here is causing him to see all of this vastness and the space and everything like that. It's what the devs like to call internally Bizarro. This is not a major Bizarro stage, but this is in the lieu of Bizarro. And you can tell that like within the hallucinations as well, he's kind of getting these forewarnings of the potential crash that could happen soon. And and you can see all these different ladders coming around as well. And I think Ace has had a good analogy to mention about this actually.
Yeah, so I'm not smart enough to have thought of this. Shout out to the YouTuber Manaxa. The ladders, he describes the ladders as like what's the word? I guess analogy of like the corporate ladder, which is something that who is it? Curly is going to be like talking about a lot in this next scene coming up.
Sorry,
that's definitely something that's stuck with me.
Sorry, dark mode users. Big bright white lights at the moment. I'm so sorry.
Oof.
I'm so sorry.
My eyes.
I mean, it's nearly 4 a.m. for me. Like, I'm not used to this bright lights.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh.
So
Thank
now
you for
we're in the
braving
Matrix.
the early morning.
We're now in the Matrix. We're in that big white fastness where all the guns come through. And now we're back to reality. So now we've got to go talk to Jimmy to be like, hey, here's time for your psych evaluation. You're deemed well and healthy and mentally healthy as well. Sure, everything's going to be fine. That's all I'm going to say. And then we get a note from a corporation, and that's basically the note of kind of like termination and stuff for that as well. And now it's blipping into a new timeline.
So starting out this portion of the chapter here, something that can happen. I've only ever seen this in turbo runs. I've never seen this in a no turbo run. But for whatever reason, you can just soft lock at the beginning of the chapter. We don't know what causes it. It can just happen. It's kind of annoying, but it's whatever. Here we're seeing this really interesting commercial for a revolutionary dental hygiene product. Wait, what could this possibly be? A brand new formula designed to kill bacteria and kill germs without leaving a bad taste. Oh, side me. Oh my god.
Without leaving a bad taste. I wish we had that.
Consult with your local dental hygiene specialist before, during, and after use of Dragon Breath X mouthwash, something, yada yada. I'm sure it's all fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can see that in this in the cargo hold, there is like just this copious amount of mouthwash that we have been transporting throughout space. And we also learned that there is a lot of ethanol in said mouthwash, which I am sure will not turn out bad later on. I'm sure not.
Surely not.
All right, so now we skip backwards to us on our way to tell the crew about what was on that paper that was just sent, and that was about the termination of the company. When, surprise, birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Well, kind of. The company was so cheap, its policy included that there's only one birthday celebrated per voyage, even if there's multiple birthdays. So they all collectively decided Curly had the honors this year. So, and ironically, we have to, make the cake ourselves for our own birthday since we're the only one who has access to the codes. So we take these like freeze-dried little packet things and use this machine to make the cake just as easy as that. And for a little bit of time save, we can go ahead and grab the knife preemptively while this makes the cake. So that way, that I don't remember exactly how much it saves, but once we get the cake, though, everybody's ready. We're ready to eat cake. And then, Curly has to, at least tell the news. It's pretty awkward, even though it's his birthday. And as you can see, they're taking it very, very well. Just goes about as well as expected. But, with that bombshell out of the way, we go ahead and cut the cake, literally physically. Like you have to move the mouse up and down to cut the cake, which I think is pretty cool.
I have to flail because you want to get to each side as quickly as possible. So you have to really ramp your hands up when you do that. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, now that we've cut the cake, we're fast forward again to 3 months after the crash. As you can clearly see from both the game telling us and also the background noise that something's going on with Curly and we should go check on him. However, as the protagonist of this game, we're not going to because that's not our job. So instead, we're going to ignore him entirely, and we're going to go down to the cockpit to check and make sure other people hadn't already checked on him first, because how redundant would it be if we went and checked on him twice, right? Mm-hmm. He doesn't need that much attention. No. So after finding out neither Anya nor Swansea had already checked on him, we are unfortunately going to have to do our jobs for once and go check on him. So we're going to head all the way back up after walking all the way down. We're so exhausted. And give him painkillers to make him feel better.
I mean, that's one way of doing it.
The noise is taking up the whole ship. I mean, everybody can hear
That's true.
How are you supposed to sleep with this?
All right. Here are the painkillers.
So we're going to grab the painkillers and we're going to give it to him. A little trigger warning for some uncomfortable sounds here just before we get to it. But as you can see, Curly loves his painkillers. He's very happy whenever we give them to him.
And one thing is you have to actually open the mouth to give the painkillers, because I've definitely done it a bunch of times where I accidentally, open the menu too fast, and it doesn't let you actually give him the painkillers unless you physically open his mouth.
Mm-hmm. I can just imagine, and
you have to wait for
open. And you have to wait through and skip through all the dialogue.
I can just imagine it's your hand slapping on the face, trying to put the painkillers on the face somehow. It's just not working.
But anyway, he got his painkillers. He's done. He's quiet. I mean, he's happy now, so we're going to walk away. But now it leads us into our next hallucination, which is another birthday. Happy birthday!
Everybody say happy birthday, Curly, in the chat.
Happy birthday, Curly.
Yeah.
This time, Curly looks a little more beat up, but it's still Curly here to celebrate his birthday. So, of course, once again, we got to go get the knife so we can cut the cake again. the kitchen was kind of blocked off because of the crash. I don't know if you saw it, but the kitchen was kind of messed up. So we got to go find the knife somewhere else. And what better place to find an assortment of items than the cockpit? You'll notice that it seems that there are items in the cockpit quite often throughout this game. I'm not sure why, but the cockpit is a very popular place to hold items. So we're going to go grab the knife.
That's not a knife.
It's time to feast.
Not a knife.
It's time to feast.
It's time to feast.
Is this a fork?
We've got our knife. Now it's time to feast.
That doesn't look like a knife, but I guess
No,
I guess
it's just a comically big knife.
It's a spork.
I mean, you know, a sharp
Do you
edge
ever
is a
cut
sharp
it?
edge.
Okay. Do you ever cut a cake with like a butter knife? You need the big knife.
Yeah, you need a
Yeah,
legitimately sharp
you
knife
need a
for
big
it.
knife.
Maybe it's just a
I
knife with a
guess.
very big handle.
Look, I'm all ready to feast, so I'm perfectly fine with whatever knife we use, as long as I get to feast.
Big eye. Okay, there's the birthday cake.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Curly.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Yay.
Birthday, Curly.
Happy
Yay.
birthday, I think.
Daisuke's on the floor. Anyway, we skip now to 4 months after the crash, back into our normal sanity. And we're going to be checking on the crew. First off, we're going to be talking to Anya, who's sitting at the table, longingly looking like a 1,000-yard stare in towards the mouthwash bottle, who's basically going to say that there's more painkillers in the first aid kit blocked by the expanding foam. And to get to it, obviously, as we did earlier on, we got to try to use the axe to get it out. I'm just going to dance with Swansea for a
Vibes.
second. All right, cool. We need to talk to Swansea so that we can get the axe from him, but he's extremely mouthwashed up, you know, crunk in the club. So he's like, be my guest, take this axe. Hits the TV screen, because that's what a normal person does, right?
Bro, you killed his vibe.
Oh, he killed his
That's
own
messed
vibe.
up. I
That's
love
messed
TV.
up.
You know,
It's
I love
so
TV
not
too.
TV time.
No, exactly, right?
I'm just thinking of it's murder on a dance floor. Anyway, so we're going to try to get through the axe, use the axe to get through to it, get the isopropyl alcohol and the painkillers, and he's going to appear right next to us, who's basically going to want to ask us to give Curly the painkillers, and we tell her off because how dare she tell us what to do? We are an incompetent captain who... We don't need to do anything because we are high and mighty, but I almost got to open the
Trigger
mouth.
warning again for like very uncomfy sounds.
Oh yeah, this one's worse off than the first
is
one.
worse.
This is even worse.
Yeah.
But it's fine because he loves his painkillers. And he's in pain and we're helping him.
Yummy.
We're being nice and we're being good.
Ugh, he sounds. Ugh. Then it's just a sobbing afterwards that kind of gets me. It's
He
like,
sounds so happy.
happy birthday.
Tears of joy. Tears of joy and relief.
Just so happy.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was
That's
one
the
of yours.
vibe.
All right, so now we're skipping forward into 6 hours, which is until Judgment, by the way. So that's something else that we need to talk about soon. But we got to try to barricade ourselves because we got Swansea over the other end who's trying to get in. We got a metal pipe, we got a rope. That's all for naught. He had an axe. He broke it anyway, so whoops. And skipping through to 2 days before the crash. So now we're going back in time again. Curly's talking to Anya and they have a solemn chat with each other, bonding over the nighttime screen. Anya notices that there's a dead pixel on the screen, the worst thing that we hate, but there's a lot more nuance to it. Just too much time. I mean, not enough time to talk about it, so
Exactly, yeah.
just know
So
that
at this
there's
point
some
of
stuff there.
At this point of the game, 5 months after the crash, we find out that from Daisuke that Anya locked herself in the med bay. So we try to talk to her, make sure she isn't trying to do anything bad per se, but of course we can't get in. So Daisuke suggests, why not go through the vents? There's a vent in the what is it called? I forget the name of it.
Utility
Utility. Thank you. So we gotta try and convince Swansea to let us into utility in order to, try and make sure Anya's okay. But as you're about to see, that is not really gonna work out too well. Yeah, Swansea doesn't let us in, and we have to find another way to get in. Now, at this point, 8 hours before Judgment, Daisuke is bleeding out. At this point in the story, we don't know what is going on. So we gotta try and find something to help out Daisuke, something to clean him up a bit.
I wonder what that.
I wonder. We're actually coming up on another pretty RNG heavy section of the game. Before we get to that, though, there is a skip that we can do here. If we can get on top of these railings, we can skip having to climb down the stairs, which is pretty slow.
There we go. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Glitches in my glitchless speedrun.
I honestly thought you were gonna
Unbelievable.
go on the other side of the rails for a second, the left side. I mean, so. Coming up on this portion of the game, as we're going down these seemingly endless stairs, there's gonna be a horse, right? An invisible horse, wandering a very, very messed up or like skewed version of the cargo. And while we're walking around, said horse can hear us, as you can see by that text, be quiet. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna not be quiet. So basically, we're gonna just run. Hope that we get to the end of this area without the horse hearing us. If the horse hears us, it's a bit of time loss, unfortunately, but there's really nothing we can do. There is a checkpoint midway through. However, that's basically all that we can hope on.
Oh yeah, I can't do anything about
the
this.
The horse spotted.
That's unfortunate.
That's the
that
cue.
is unfortunate.
That's the audio cue for when the horse spots you.
So yeah.
A little unfortunate RNG there, but
Pretty unfortunate. We're gonna hope that the horse doesn't spot us anymore.
We'll
But
see.
other than that, it's all in the hands of luck.
I will say, very rarely you
Yeah.
can actually make it through the entire section without getting caught once, or even threatened to be caught once. But I think I've only ever gotten it one time ever.
It is
Literally,
very,
it's pretty
very rare, but
Literally
yes,
happened
it
in
is possible to do
It
that.
happened to me in my practice earlier on today, actually, that I got a 0 encounter. I don't know how I did it.
Yeah.
stop.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, over that,
Game.
that's
Not
fine. He got the
So I-
checkpoint, so it's not as big of a time loss, but that was still pretty big.
Yeah, the cue you want to look for there is once the horse starts breathing. That's when you got to stop. Otherwise, you're gonna get caught.
So ideally,
You just outran a
you
little
would
bit.
want to get caught right when you get to the checkpoints. That way, it just starts you right from where you left off. Or,
That breathing
like I
right
said
there.
earlier, maybe the horse won't catch you after all.
Oh, and there you can actually hear the horse telling you to shut up. If you listen closely, it's a little distorted.
never knew that, actually. That actually really caught me
Yeah.
off guard.
Dang.
I think it also tells you to be quiet is another one that it can say. But
Okay.
yeah, it's
So, yeah.
completely random if it says that.
We're at the end of the section now. Instead of using literally anything else, Jimmy had the bright idea of using mouthwash on Daisuke, which, I mean, as you can hear, it's going very, very well. It's going very well, even.
He's healing.
Yeah.
All right, so after that point, we skip backwards space to basically right after we were talking to Swansea about letting us into utility for Anya and Curly, and we realized we kind of need to, put what's the term I think for matters into our own hands. So we decide to make a very nice drink for Swansea. Now we mix the isopropyl alcohol and the mouthwash together.
I need the wisest of ingredients.
Yeah. And we're basically making a very, very, very nice elixir of sorts. We're totally not drugging Swansea.
No. Even just
No,
ignore
not
the
at
fact that
all.
it said spiked in the title. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So now we're going down
just like
here
spiking,
and
like
we're going to
ropey.
give this beautiful drink to Swansea. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Gonna get a cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, I'll drink to that.
I'll absolutely drink to that.
I'll absolutely drink to that.
I'll drink water. Thank you very much.
All right. So Swansea takes a sip and immediately it's just like, yep. Now, once he's passed out, we grab his keys and we enter the room. The one thing about this room earlier on that we never mentioned is that Swansea kept saying, it's filled to the brim with the expanding foam, and it's very dangerous to try and hack it away because you could, break the ship open. But as we can see, this is not the case, and even one of the cryogenic pods is available and ready to use. Very interesting.
This one here
Keep that
specifically.
a secret.
Yeah. So after this whole
What were his
debacle, we
intentions?
still go ahead and force Daisuke up the vent to try it, and get to Anya and Curly. And as you can see with the sparks coming out of the vent, it's not a pretty good idea. And does not go well, as you can hear.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, because to Jimmy, every idea is a good idea.
Yeah.
This was a great idea. What do you mean? You got in there. Door's open now.
Oh, yeah. And with that, we now skip backwards to one day before the crash. And our new objective is to find the gun. Wait, gun? Since when was a gun in the picture?
I mean, it's self-defense?
I mean, I guess, but...
What's happening?
We see that we have to go find a weapon, right? So we now, of course, have to go to the cockpit, because the cockpit is... It just seems to be... Yeah, it seems to be like a haven for all the weapons, you know? And from here, we find Anya on the ground, basically writhing. And from here, we learn that she's pregnant, and, you know, the implications that come with that, and it's pretty serious scene. And then it just immediately ends. And, yeah.
So we're skipping to 6 hours until judgment. So that's 2 hours after we applied the mouthwash to Daisuke's wounds. And as you can see, it's just not resolved well. And Swansea's kind of seen this. He's just like, okay, I'm not going to let this happen anymore. He's not going to be able to survive himself. So I'm just going to do the biddings and the tidings and a little bit of cinema sort of stuff where the audio disappears. The constant sort of like tilting pan as it fades out a little bit. Cinema.
Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot.
But here comes the next harrowing part. So Swansea's going to end up confronting us, and he's kind of doing that now. And he knows it was us who harmed Daisuke. Maybe because Anya told him, we're not sure, but we don't know why we harmed him as well yet. That's still a lot that we still got to figure out through this through the run. So with all of that, now we got to go to medical bay and get the gun, because the gun's actually here, not downstairs. Memorization 739. We get the gun from here. Take the gun. I'm going to confront Swansea, who's now rapidly chasing us with an axe. Scary.
And everything's fine again. Welcome back to 0 days before the crash. We start looking at Anya leaning over the bed, kind of sulking a little bit. But we don't care. We have more important matters to attend to, so we're just going to ignore her. And instead, we're going to walk down to the cockpit for no reason in particular. However, we can see Jimmy standing in front of it, which is curious. Of course, you know, we want to know what's going on with Jimmy instead of what's going on with Anya, because we care more about Jimmy. And Jimmy's telling us a little bit about the ship and the fact that apparently there seems to be something in the way. There's something going wrong with the ship. We get a little bit of a Curly face reveal here. Very good looking guy. Just take a moment to appreciate him. The wonderful curly hair. See what I did there?
Face reveal.
But anyway, Jimmy insists on taking care of it himself, getting us out of harm's way.
Also, flashing lights. Just as a heads up, everybody. Flashing lights.
Of course, we let him. What?
No way.
You're telling me it went... You're telling me
what?
Jimmy failed at the one thing he was tasked to do?
No.
Wait.
No way.
Doesn't sound like the Jimmy.
Wait, you're
No
kidding.
way.
What kind of incompetency
That
is
does
going on
not
here?
sound like Jimmy at all.
And there's the crash that we saw earlier, except now we know it was Jimmy behind the crash, not Curly.
What?
Which is a massive plot twist. So now we wake up here 1 hour before judgment, the latest into the time period, I guess, that we've gone so far.
Happy birthday.
And we have another birthday party.
Happy
birthday.
Everybody say happy birthday, Curly, in the chat. Again.
Happy
All our
birthday,
friends are
Curly.
dead. But
Still,
We're just
happy
gonna
birthday,
ignore that.
Curly.
happy birthday, Curly. So, of course, we're going to cut the cake because it's birthday.
Yes.
Yay.
Is it cake or fake?
Don't you go there. Don't
Oh
you go
my
there.
god.
Not the time.
Oh my god.
Cut that one out.
Editor?
You know, during practice, we were talking about the fact that the Netflix game show Cake or Fake is a real thing that exists and is awful. It is so bad. But moving on from that, Jimmy has at this point fully lost his mind. We're in full bizarro sequence right now. This portion of the game is meant to tie up the characters' story arcs. tie them up in like one neat little bow, and it does it flawlessly. This game is so freaking good. I just need to put that out there. Play this game. It's so good.
It's actually on sale right now.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yes.
30% off.
Yes, please play this game. Anyways, we see this note here. No turning back now. So, we're not gonna turn back. We're gonna keep walking further and further away. We are walking further and further away from, get ready for it. Get ready for it.
Wait.
You'll never guess.
Responsibility.
What a concept.
Wow.
Since we're so responsible, we're gonna walk away from responsibility.
Yeah.
Take complete
We're
control
gonna
of life,
constantly
everything.
walking away from
It has no
responsibility.
deeper meaning to it.
Yeah, absolutely no deeper meaning to it whatsoever. But yeah, we walk so far away from responsibility, we end up here. I don't know where here is, but we're here. The hallway is going in a more down-shaped down than I would expect the hallway to go, but I mean, that's fine. Oh, we're falling now. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna fall down here. There's actually some graves on that little area there. Every single one of those graves are Daisuke's grave. Real quick, I also do want to mention, during that fall, when you land on the door, there's a chance that you actually land on the handle and just bounce up in the air. So you just kind of try and avoid that whenever you're in the free fall.
Thankfully, that didn't happen now, but it would have been
Thankfully, that didn't
funny,
happen,
though.
yeah.
That would have been a funny moment, though.
I think that happened in my PB, actually. So if you do check my PB on speedrun.com, you'll see the bounce. That's what we're talking about. It's pretty funny, actually.
All right, so now we go back into the vents. It's us going into the vents this time, and I mean, I don't know about you guys, but there's something like a little bit sus about going through.
Nope.
This game's awfully
Moving on. We're not doing this.
I'll leave. I'll leave.
Someone get this imposter out of here.
Nope.
All right. So once we reach the end of the vents, we reach a very conspicuous room with Swansea tied up and a gun laid out in front of him. So the opportunity's there. Why not just take it and shoot him? So we kill him in real life, and now we get transported to a cemetery, like a little vision, and now we get to kill him metaphorically. So in this section, we're supposed to shoot Swansea 3 times as he's trying to kill us with the axe.
Right?
And the strat for this is we get to manipulate his movements a bit. If we go to the mausoleum and if we go into the mausoleum and we stand directly in the middle of it and point it at the picture frame as Daisuke, he will always appear to the right first. And then if you do it right, he will go left the next 2 times.
He'll go right the next time.
Well, yeah. It just depends on where you're standing, I think, because I've had multiple different versions of this thing, but the one thing that is true is he will always appear on the right the very first time. And so now we get transported again to a very, very beautiful scene where Swansea's basically giving Jimmy the business, and Jimmy pulls the trigger one last time. And I genuinely think this is very well shot, very well framed.
Cinema.
Pretty cinema, pretty beautiful.
Talk about body found in utility.
Oh my God.
Come on. What is this, Cluedo? Anyway, so we've encountered that bit. We've now swapped back into reality where we do see Swansea's dead, like straight up. And as we leave, we're continuing to further lose legitimately all sanity. Like, this is the point now where we're at breaking point. So much so that we can see the ship is going into different places. Hi, Curly.
Hi, Curly.
Big face Curly.
Hi, Curly. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And
Is it his birthday?
It could be. It could be.
It's always his birthday.
Theoretically his birthday.
It's always his birthday, but there's someone else's birthday that's a bit more important that we're going to be seeing in like 30 seconds.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. But oh man, it's
Oh man.
I mean, it's
exciting.
About sanity loss. I mean, what about all these bulging eyes that are appearing out of the literal thin air that are just constantly staring at us? I think that's pretty much on that level a little bit. And now we get.
There's one eye for each GDQ Hotfix viewer right now, actually.
That's great.
That's crazy. Wait.
Nice quip. Nice quip. And now we're transported into the esophagus of a massive curly head. So you know the little curly head that was in the floorboards? Don't worry about that, because when you see the size of this head, oh my God. Talk about the head on this guy.
Pretty big.
Yeah, pretty big.
Quite large.
And now,
Oh man, I'm so excited. I can't contain my excitement.
Oh my god.
I am
Oh my
so
God.
excited.
Holy moly.
I'm so excited. You guys have no idea. I'm so excited.
With my feet kicking in the air.
Get ready. It is the one, the only Mother Goose's birthday. It's old Mother Goose's birthday. And we're giving her a party. A party for Mother Goose.
I love this on latency.
Battery level is critical on the following device.
Battery level. Okay, I'm gonna get the cake, Curly's leg out of the cake. I was gonna say, is my keyboard actually running out of battery? Maybe we'll find out. We got to turn the intervals of Curly into a way so that we can let the leg pass through properly throughout Curly's entrails, whatever it is. I don't know. It's
A
disturbing.
yummy snack.
Yeah, the snack is his leg.
Gotta eat, just gotta eat.
I guess. So now that we're going through with the TV changes channels and we change to Jimmy in the infinite void of the vast place we like to know as space. So we're just casually walking through in the void. You know,
Yeah, seems
having a good time.
about right to me.
yeah. I mean,
I
what
do
else
this
can you
on
do?
I do this on Thursday evenings. If you like, this is my Thursday evening right here.
So we get towards the final scene of him walking, and then we just see a burning Curly sitting on a chair.
Okay, the burning Curly is not a part of my Thursday evenings, but everything else. The walking through space bit, yeah. The burning Curly, no.
Yeah.
This is actually how our grandparents used to get to school back then.
Yeah.
So Curly's here is like, you know, you should really start taking responsibility and stuff for that. And Jimmy's just like, but we're both heroes. We can both survive this. And he's still just not taking responsibility at all. So Jimmy's,
That's like a reoccurring theme.
yeah, Jimmy's just a bad person, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pretty bad person, I'd say.
So, a little bit of a trigger warning here, but we're gonna take an ultrasound and we're gonna look into this eye-shaped being thing and look for a couple of horses.
These like
I'm not
horse.
really sure what we're looking
These
at.
horse-shaped horse.
Horse-shaped
horses.
horses. not really-
Horse-shaped horses. So try saying that 5
I'm
times
not
fast.
really sure, and so we're gonna look for a third. That doesn't look like a horse.
Nah, definitely doesn't.
That's not a horse.
Yeah, you might be onto something with that.
So yeah, this Bizarro segment is probably one of the more uncomfortable of the three. We have this little sequence here where nothing actually happens.
Nothing actually happens.
Just nothing ever happens.
That scared me a lot, actually.
I feel like there's not even much I can add there. It's you gotta see it. So anyway, we're now back into the vents again. You'll notice we're in the vents. Sure what that's about. Walking over here, we're gonna see the same creature we just saw. It's like a centipede type thing made out of polys. So here is actually the third and final major RNG section of the run. The objective here is, despite the fact that it's a maze, it actually doesn't have an end. We want to get charged by poly twice and get hit on the second time to progress. So here Nico's just kind of walking endlessly around with no actual clear objective. But he did already get charged once, so on this next one he's going to ideally get charged sooner than later and then intentionally get hit to progress. So when the centipede charges is completely RNG. But yeah, there you go. That was honestly not that bad.
Yeah, that really was not that bad.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
All things considered. And now we progress to this long hallway where there are a bunch of ID cards flying around of all of the crew members. One cool little thing about these, there are actually ID cards scattered throughout the game. And if you find each of them in the different sections that they're in, there's an achievement associated with each one, which is a cool little Easter egg. And then they all kind of group up here in this one final, like, look, it's all of the people around you that are all dead now. Isn't that great? And then walking up the stairs, there's a lot of bottles of mouthwash falling, excuse me. Someone must have had a heck of a night drinking all of those.
Interestingly enough, every single one of those bottles of mouthwash have a hitbox, so it is possible to get like caught on them. So you have to do your best to just dodge them.
That is true. And so here we have one final chat with Polly, who has so far is shaming us the most out of any character so far, really digging it in that we have not been taking responsibility, which is, I feel like at this point we should have taken the message.
I don't think we will.
Here we are, 0 hours before judgment. We've learned over the course of this run that Jimmy, fun fact, is not a very good person. He's really not a good person. So, how at this point does one, after everything that's happened, take responsibility? Well,
I don't know. What?
We take Curly, bring him down this long, long hallway.
Wait for it.
And
Wait for it.
Let him wait for it. Go home. Let him go home.
Of course.
Go home.
Cinema.
The final Hail Mary. Send him home.
Send him home. Give him a chance at survival. And hopefully he lives.
So, like,
the least we can do.
Jimmy thinks that he's a hero by doing this. Like, this is the responsibility that he took. He's still just a douche. Like, at the end of the day, Curly will survive because he's going to be put in a cryopod, and, the way that the Pony Express, like, slowly meanders back towards Earth will potentially save Curly, but Jimmy's still not good. He's like, nah.
It only freezes for 20 years, just saying.
Yeah.
If no one finds him in 20 years, that's not going to end too well. So,
right, time will be coming up very, very soon. We're going to be splitting at the sound of the gunshots. Not official timing, but it's an auto-splitter timing for how we capture it, which is when the credits technically becomes active. So when the gunshot is triggered, that will be time and time.
Bye, Curly.
all right, GG.
That was fun.
Whoa, good ending.
Good ending.
Good ending.
The best ending, even.
So, as we just saw there, like, just because there's only like one person that can really survive, and he feel like he's done his heroic duty, as you saw. So that's the end. That is the end of the game. There is obviously a lot more to unpack from this game. We can only get through so much in a small window of time. I would say, if you do get the chance, go watch like an explanation video. There is quite a few of them out there. They go into further depth of the game. But this has generally been one of the coolest, like, sort of like, I'd like to say independent games as well that we've seen in the horror franchise as of late. It's just got so much like beef behind it, so much like lore behind it. The non-linear, I can't speak, it's like non-linearity. God, that's hard to say.
Got it.
Of this game, like, really kind of like slowly starts to make sense over the course of it. I love those kind of games, and this game is done beautifully well. Tackles a lot of subjects in many variety of different ways, but it gets the point across towards the end. And yeah, I mean, we're still looking for more speedruns for the game, so if you are intrigued, as we mentioned earlier on, this game is 30% off until the 14th, I think it is.
Play this game.
Yeah. So we got
Do
Play this
it
game.
now. Well, maybe not now, but
Very
do
short,
it.
casual experience.
Sure.
2 to 3 hours.
It's a great play. You need to play it. So, like I say, we got speedrun.com/mouthwashing. We got a Discord. But here comes the sign-offs. If you want to find out more about myself, you can find me on twitch.tv/Nico Hart. You can find me on YouTube. Nico Hart's there as well. My social medias, hello Nico Hart. Let's start with the Aces. Go plug yourself as well.
Yeah, so hi. You can find me pretty much everywhere. That is 30 Aces, Twitch, Twitter, Blue Sky, those places. I'm primarily a Deltarune speedrunner, but I do dabble in this game a bit, and it's a good time. I would absolutely recommend running this game.
And hello, everybody. My name is Ash Maikta, as I've already mentioned before. That is also the username that I have for literally every single form of social media across the internet. So twitch.tv/ashmaikta. I'm also primarily a Deltarune speedrunner. However, I do occasionally dabble in this game. So if you're interested in either Deltarune or this game, you should totally go leave me a follow over there. And also consider speedrunning this game because it's a great time.
Yeah, so you could find me on YouTube and Twitch. YouTube at Luciousness and Twitch Luciousness, but with 3 S's at the end, as I could not actually get my own username on that website. Sad. But soon I'll be streaming more world record attempts to try and get record back. So if you want to see like the optimal movement and like new strats and stuff for a world record run, if you're interested in running yourself, you should definitely check out my streams.
Awesome. Well, that is us. So, Conception, awfully silly fun.
Yes, thank you both. First of all, just you were all pros and just did that without prompting and everything. Wow, like you all have done this before. I appreciate that. But yes, thank you all so much for showcasing this game. Yes, it does seem like a really, obviously a little silly in premise, but like a really nice indie horror experience I think people should check out. And the speedrun was just a lot of fun. So much appreciated to all of you for being here, especially if you had to stay up really late till like 4 or 5 in the morning. I appreciate that a lot. Awesome. Well, for everybody else out there, we're going to take a little bit of a break before we jump into our next one. So feel free, get up, stretch, head to the bathroom, maybe grab your Listerine from there and come on back. We'll see you in a few short moments. All right, welcome back to Awfully Silly, everybody. If you're just tuning in, we're enjoying some silly indie titles as part of the penultimate episode of Awfully Silly here. Kicked it off with Arctic Eggs and Teddy Ross and followed it with Mouthwashing by Nico Hart. Wanted to remind everyone of a few events coming up right around the corner here. So first we got PAX West. So Games Done Quick is going to be returning to PAX West. That's going to be at the end of this month, August 29th through September 1st. You can go to gdq.gg/PAX West, and you can check out the schedule of what we're going to be doing there. And you can also go to west.paxsite.com to learn more about the event as a whole. And speaking of other events, we have TwitchCon coming up, Games Done Quick Express, also known as GDQX. So returning to TwitchCon San Diego, it's going to be October 17th through the 19th. So you can learn more about that at twitchcon.com, about the event in general. And you can also go to gdq.gg/submit to submit your runs to be featured at Games Done Quick Express. All right. So without further ado, we're going to go into what everybody has been saying is the best game of 2024. Definitely the highlighted run of awesome Games Done Quick 2025. It's the best game of all time. It's Bite Night by the second best runner, which is Swoos. Swoos, take it away.
Why? Hello, everyone. So you saw Mouthwashing. That was a terrifying game. This game's even more scary because we play as a gas station worker. So, yeah, get ready. If we're ready to go, we may begin in 3, 2, 1, go. So there's a little cutscene. Who cares? All right. Immediately, we're doing a little bit of speed tech where we crouch and then press the run button. That lets us kind of permanently super speed. And then we're just going to crash into every single bit of collision for the next, like, I don't know, 12 minutes or however long this run takes. So this is all achievements, which means we get all the achievements. One of them is to get all 10 rats, which is probably the hardest achievement because there's 10 of them. And we'll get them later. We don't actually need to get them immediately. So first step here is, there's a rat. Stock the shelves. Cool.
As a gas station worker would do.
Yeah. The textures on these are very... not legal. Ideal. Yeah. They're definitely
They're
normal.
Super legal for sure. Yeah. Definitely not ripped off.
Definitely not just blurred like normal textures.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Another customer is coming. We're getting ready with the trash. Customer's going to spawn right around here. And we talk to him. Good evening. How are you? Pretty good. Pretty good. What can I get you? Just grabbing some pop and chips. All right. Simple enough.
Don't sell that at this gas station, by the way. Not for sale. We only sell cereal, cookies, maybe.
Hey, by the way, there's been a bunch of weird stuff happening. Not really sure what's going on, but just be careful. It's a full moon tonight. That's when all the crazies come out. Thanks for the heads up. Drive safely. All right, let's get rats if I remember where they are. There's a rat. That's 1. I never want to count long because I'm probably going to forget. That's 2.
Mm-hmm.
This is number 3. We also need to touch the back wall for an achievement. Cool. That's 4. Now we go talk to this old guy. Hey, sorry, boss man says you can't come in here. I don't really know who the boss man is. This is the old man. He's kind of the cryptid of the game. And all right, let's wait for this next NPC to come on. Let's get hit by the car. As
ouch.
You do.
Ouch. Ouch.
Ow,
Ouch.
ow,
Ouch.
ow, ow,
Ouch.
ow,
Ouch.
ow.
Ouch.
We're fine.
All right.
Good evening. Do you work here? Oh, yeah, sure do. Just wondering if you have seen anything unusual tonight. No, not really. After I just talked to the weird old man. Just be on the lookout tonight. I can't go into much detail on the matter, but just keep your eyes out. You are in perilous danger, but I can't tell you why. Good luck. Can you tell me what I should be keeping my eyes out for? No, not really. Please confidential and whatnot. Well, awesome. Give us a jingle down at the station. Okay, so now we're going to get ready to throw the trash out. Yeah. We're going to actually use the rat for a technique in this game called progress bar storage. Basically, if you do something that has a progress bar, any progress bar will do. And rats have a faster progress bar speed than the trash can. So thank you, rat. You've done your good service. Yeah, so the dumpster there is a very, very slow progress bar speed. Similarly, we're doing this with the gas pump as well. So we're going to again get hit by a car here.
I do miss the days where those loading bars used to be a lot faster.
Yeah.
We saved a lot of time on those, but they patched to a normal speed. So.
Yeah. How's it going tonight? Pretty good. Hey, what's with that weird guy inside your store? Weird guy? Yeah, as soon as you came outside here, I saw some weird guy come out from the back room there. Is he like your new coworker? No, I'm working alone tonight. Huh. Yeah, I thought that was weird. He was sneaking around right behind you. No uniform or nothing. Look kind of unhinged and dangerous. Well, anyways, not really my place to stick my nose into, but it sure gave you that heebie-jibbies. You guys really shouldn't have people like that inside a dark night like this. It might really scare off some customers. Yeah, I'll go check it out. Well, good luck. I'm getting the heck out of here. Let's go investigate. It's not that guy.
He's outside, so can't be him.
Yeah. Well, let's go clean up some stuff. Again, using progress bar storage.
Baby.
Sweeping time, baby. So yeah, the progress bars on these are very slow. So we're going to use the shelf stocking thing, progress bar, to make these a lot faster. And you can kind of hold on to a progress bar if you don't clear it somewhere. So specifically, I was going for that second shelf, which has a very, very fast one.
Yeah, tough to hold, though.
Yeah, because if you basically touch anything, it is kind of bad. Someone's in the store already. Oh, they weren't actually in the store yet.
Not quite.
Good evening. Good evening. What can I get you? Nothing. I'm just browsing. Okay, let me know if you want anything. Yeah, it's just kind of my hobby, browsing, that is. It's just kind of what I like to do, you know. I like to come to gas stations in the middle of nowhere late at night. You know, like the kind of gas stations that just have one employee working alone by themselves and there's no one else around. They probably don't even have a phone or anything nearby that they could use to call for help if something were to happen. Huh? Yeah, it's just what I like to do for fun. Anyways, thanks for listening. Hope you have a beautiful night. Okay.
The font change is iconic there. It looks like Goosebumps.
I'm going to turn on the radio for another achievement. And
banger alert.
We gotta go washroom once again. Load in some progress bars. We will see some more washroom action later. And jump scare.
Who's that? Who's this?
Terrifying vampire. What's he gonna do?
Scary noises.
Anyways, another customer is waiting outside for guests. This is one of the NPCs in the game. Time to fill this hot rod.
Canonically named the Rizzler.
Thanks for filling her up, sweet pea. Yep, that's it. All right, this is the instance of RNG in the game, and this part actually kind of sucks. Right now, we still exist in the cutscene, so you can see I have this box of cereal picked up. I'm going to try and get into the back room to get ready for the next cutscene a bit faster. Not bad.
A little too far, yeah.
Not too bad, though.
No, yeah.
Anyways, we have a box of cereal ready for the next section, and terrifying underneath this trash can here.
Whoa, whoa,
Who are you?
Hey.
Why are you messing up everything in the gas station? Well then, if you're not going to answer my questions, will you at least help me clean up this place? Period. That's it, I'm getting the garlic.
No question. Don't have garlic here. Just here.
Oh,
all right.
And backflip. Anyways, let's stock a lot of shelves. This is the 21 stock, and this is why this progress bar is so fast.
Yeah, make or break for this run too, because it is RNG as to how the boxes are like distributed around. So sometimes they're all really nice and clumped up, and sometimes they're really spread out. Like this is kind of.
This is not great. Yeah,
this is not a good one.
You still have the radio on. All right,
this is a banger.
Wait, you didn't clean anything? I thought you were going to scrub the roof ceiling.
No,
but okay.
Yeah.
I don't have time for this. I'm supposed to be closed already. Oh, I guess I gotta go clean the roof myself.
With the broom. Again, like
with the broom.
Does.
Scrub the roof. Yeah. We're going to use our great friend, the rat, here.
I don't know how great it is. You haven't even picked him up yet, so.
Yeah, it's true. All right. So this is actually the best cutscene in gaming history. We're going to not see the whole thing because this is the best place to actually pick up rats because this is just huge downtime in the run. But we'll see a bit. So we get rat number 6, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
7, jump scare, another achievement. See the bat there. 8. And then 9, and then the last one is in the final area of the game. So we have all the rats. I think we have everything done. And perfect timing to see Vamp clean up the place with, I don't know, aura?
The power of raw charisma.
Yeah, like, geek, honestly.
It's like...
For real. I gotta go start the next section. Sorry, Vamp. Once again, clean up the washroom. We already did the one achievement in here, which is to see the bat jump scare, or lack thereof, I guess. But we are coming up on the end of the run, actually. Talk to Vamp before we leave. Well, Mr. Vamp, that's it. We're all finished cleaning up for the day. Haha, you don't say. You know, you're not half bad. Well, you might not have felt cleaned, and you knocked a bunch of stuff over, and you tracked in all that dirt. Yeah, all that dirt. That wasn't you? Weird? Anyways, it was nice hanging out with you. Made this lonely job go by faster. Well, come on, let's go. I gotta lock up. Let's leave. You say you want to wait inside because you don't do so good at night when it's a full moon and that causes you pain to be out at night? You then started explaining the lore of your people, but said it's too long, so you stopped? Understandable. Well, I hope you see you again, Vamp. Oh no. Why can't I move? Oh, okay. Goodbye, Vamp.
Yeah, just
a wholesome.
Hey, buddy.
It's the old man from like 8 minutes ago. Oh no, he's a full. Oh, of course it's a full moon. Alright, so we're being taken to the final area where we actually see the final instance of progress bar storage in a way. So we're supposed to like mash the space bar to like kind of end the segment. But clearing any progress bar does this. In which case, a rat is a progress bar, as we've seen. So let's do this. Let's collect the rat. And for some reason, that defeats the werewolf. So I lied. This may be the best cutscene in gaming. If you're a fan of Twilight, I hope you are a fan of the vampires, because I think this is the canonical ending.
Yeah.
So time is going to come up after this dialogue with Vamp, and he does a little, like, he freezes after he jumps in the air.
Only he freezes, though.
Yeah. Wait, you're only at the gas station to hunt for the werewolf? And you're actually using me as bait so that the werewolf would reveal themselves? That's kind of rude.
Yeah.
But the time we spent together showed you the real meaning of friendship. Aww. I guess the power of friendship really can defeat all evil and time. Alright.
Move around.
I can. You and Vamp became best friends and moved to a small island on the coast where you ran your own snack bar only open the weekend. And unfortunately, just as the business started really ticked off, Vamp got scammed by a con man who convinced him to stand dollars with the same thing as real thing, and you lost everything, having to turn to your gas station within 6 months. That's the game. What was the time on that?
I will tell you that the time, of course, was 11:30.
Oh yeah, that's world record. Cool. By like 25
World
seconds.
record. World record.
Oh, now we can move. I can't move the camera, but I can move my body.
Yeah, you can only move your body. Yeah, they want you to make sure you know that he's freezing in space.
And we go back to the main menu. So
yes,
that's Bite Night. I hope you enjoyed. Any percent is just that, but we don't get all the rats or touch the back wall or turn on the radio or see the bat. So it's basically the same thing. I think this category is like 4 seconds slower than any percent because of the final rat's a bit slower. That's it for me. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/swoosh19. I'm a GeoGuessr player. I don't really speedrun much. I also have my own Hotfix show. It's called Think Fast. It is on this slot on the other Monday night, so Monday nights at 10 Eastern. It's a trivia game show. You may have heard of it. I don't know.
Better have.
What else? Yeah, I hope so. Shout outs to Conception for having me on the show and also for finding this game at last GDQ and allowing me to steal it. So
we got to run it together, and then you got to thoroughly defeat me on stage. So
yeah, I mean, that happens.
Yeah, one last embarrassment for the road. So that was good.
But yeah, that's it for me. Thanks, y'all.
All right, thank you, Swoos, my good friend, for running the best game of all time. With the best cutscenes of all time. We are, in fact, going to take a little bit of a break, though, as we get ready for the next run. So feel free to get up, stretch, but don't forget to think fast, and we will see you here in just a few short moments. All right, everybody, welcome back to Awfully Silly, where we've been diving in all night to some of the silliest indie games that you can imagine. Weirdly enough, a lot of them are vaguely horror themed as well, and the next one is an exception. But before we jump into that, wanted to remind everybody as well, if you're curious as to what is coming up on Hotfix for the week, for the season, etc., you're going to want to check out this week's schedule and see the full season lineup over at gdq.gg/Hotfix. I'll also remind everybody as well, since we are going to be doing our final episode of Awfully Silly in just 2 weeks' time, if you would like to vote as to what will be featured from the entire length of Awfully Silly's run, about 4 years, you can type in !silly finale and place your votes in there, and then you might just see those runs come back for the finale episode. All right, but let's go ahead and dive into the next silly indie title, which is also food themed, which is also horror, which is all. We have like 3 to 4 themes tonight inadvertently, and this one is no exception. Fits all those themes as well. This is No Delivery, and it's going to be run by my good friend Varin. Varin, the floor is yours.
Well, no, you're my good friend. I can't believe you compliment me like this in front of everybody. Hello, my name is Varin. This is No Delivery. You may have seen this run previously before on Hotfix for Fright Fatales in, I believe, 2022, and then I also ran this at Frost Hotels 2023. But this is a indie game, as Conception said before. I'm going to kind of vaguely explain it as we go through it, and then kind of just explain why this game is really absurd, really silly, and just really wild. Time will begin when I hit confirm here on filter off. So in 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
All right, No Delivery is a 2019 CRPG by Oats. You can find this game on Steam and itch.io. Pretty fun, pretty cool game. You are going to be hired at Sazzoni's Pizzeria. This is your manager here. She's going to have a couple of text boxes, and there are short versions of these text boxes based on the answers you give her. But we're going to just mass through the text because I think it's funnier to do it that way. We're here for a good time, not a long time, baby.
Let's go.
She's going to ask what kind of pizza you like. Technically, thick crust and plain cheese are the shortest answers, but I went with deep dish and plain cheese because they're the top answers, and I'm lazy. I'm just mashing through all the text. Also, there's not any... Sorry?
It's a deep dish enjoyers in the chat, in the call.
Let us know what your favorite pizza crust is. There's thin crust, deep dish, thick crust, thin crust.
Let the toppings flow while you're at it. Just hit us all with it. Yeah,
hit us with your custom order. But also, this game doesn't have a lot of background music. It's mostly ambiance here. So honestly, rip your favorite tunes in the background. Like, we're here for, again, good time, not a long time. We're literally just mashing through text here. It's going to go through like all these statistics like competence, fun, professionalism, things like that. The only stat that matters to us is competence, in which we hope we're going to get a attendant when we re-roll after we immediately die here. The premise of this game is basically you're just going through a couple of wrong turns to either pick up various items in the game or kind of win rewards at the end. This is our tutorial wrong turn. We're hoping to find a body bag or a enemy on the floor here. There we go. There he is. We're going to hope he 86s us really quickly because we want to get out of this. Otherwise, it takes about 2 minutes to get out of here. We only have the option to escape. So we're going to try to escape. But,
Dang.
Oh, hit us again. Hit us again. Hit us again. Don't escape. Don't escape. Hit us again. I said hit us, please. This is great.
Yeah. Please.
Please. No, please. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out.
It says easy prey, yet it will not let us die.
Yeah, easy prey. He's like, I need to see you to hit you, and then he doesn't hit us for 3-4 turns.
Come on.
Best screen in the game. You were fired. I love this screen a lot, actually.
Let's go unemployment.
Woo! This game is absolutely wild. I found this game by buying it from getting inside of a bundle on itch.io. We got the waitress. Unfortunate. That's okay. There's a couple of different employees you can get. You can get a dog. You can get a security guy. You can get a waitress. We were looking for the attendant. We didn't get the attendant, but we'll make it work out in the end. We'll make it work out somehow. And I do love the ambient sound of the fluorescent lights inside of here.
Yeah, it is evocative for sure.
All right, I didn't mess it up. Hog! That's one of my worst things is I really do to just smash the text. And if you click pick up the soft object, it puts you into an encounter, which takes anywhere from 1.5 to 3 minutes, depending on your attack RNG, which is really not fun. We're going to crawl through this vent. If we turn back at any time, we will again get an encounter. So we literally just mash yes through. We eventually get through the vent here. And we're going to buy 2 brooms. We need these for various things. We need to clean up 2 messes coming up here. We're actually going to work our way back to the bathroom because we want to pick up a homie. We're going to pick up the drowned waiter. So once we enter the restroom here, this door is also now open, but there's a mess here to clean up. We need a broom to clean up the mess. And if we pick this up here, it shows right off screen, but there is the drowned waiter. Inside of the wrong turn dungeons, if we find a chalk outline on the floor, we get to pick up a homie and we get to use him for extra turns, which is why I wanted to pick him up. But we're going to make our way to the arcade. Pick up your homies. Hell yeah. Hug your homies.
Always pick up your homies. Yep. Pick them up.
Pick them up, hug them. Sometimes get your homies good night, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or good morning. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to make our way to the bathroom inside of the arcade. There's many bathrooms here, thank God. If you need your bathroom needs, there's bathrooms everywhere. We're going to go inside this bathroom once we picked up the razor, and we're actually going to do a fun little trick, which is this little, I guess you would kind of normally call it an item duplication, but we're not duplicating the item. We're just leaving fast enough that the game hasn't registered that we're opening it because we're holding the down arrow once we confirm into this box here. And we're going to pick up $75. I like to pick it up 6 or 7 times if I don't start with the attendant. I just like to have safety money to be able to reroll as many times as I need to because it's completely RNG when you reroll your employee. But that was 6 or 7, somewhere in that ballpark, doesn't really matter. We're also going to pick up 2 sodas, and the same thing applies. If I hold down arrow and leave, I get to pick up another set of sodas. So we got 4 sodas. There's 4 boss fights, which is what we're going to use them for. We're also going to come over here to this stall. We're going to go in the stall, and we're going to pick up the attack for the attendant, Walkman Blast, which I think is pretty cool. If you don't know what a Walkman is, I'm going to crumble to dust. So hopefully people watching too in back know what that is.
You're safe in this call. I'm older than you. So
that is true. That is true, actually. That's true.
Famously older than you. You were covered.
Thank God. The other broom was used there to clean up that mess so we can walk in here and grab the markers. This is 2 out of the 4 markers that we're going to pick up. The markers basically just mark an enemy and go, "Ayo, I see you." We're going to come over here and we're going to pick up the wrong turn. We're not going to do it yet because we do need to re-roll our employee. So we're going to call it quits. We're going to go back to the manager console and we're going to fire employees until we get the one we want. Oh, there's the dog, the mascot.
Capitalism be like.
Capitalism be like, yeah, that's entirely true. As much as we like the dog, we can't keep him. We are looking for the attendant. We will literally just keep rolling until we get, oh, Pog, second try, let's go.
Whoa.
Oh, he only has one competence though, so that's unfortunate. So most of the time you can get really lucky and you will get a attendant with 2 competence, which means I can buy less brooms, but he only has 1 competency, which means if I were to run out of brooms, he would take damage to clean up any messes inside of the wrong turns. So that's really unfortunate. But we're going to come down here. We're going to buy some extra brooms because our boy can't clean up the messes with his hands. I'll buy 8 just to be safe. We'll buy the rest in cameras, which is exactly 50, which is generously more than we will ever need. We're going to pick up the telephone here and we're going to mesh through this text. Normally, I don't pick this up, but in case I get extremely bad RNG and I do eventually, if I need to buy more brooms and or cameras, it is easier to come back here to the lobby than it is to go back into the bathroom every time. This phone will also take us to the manager's console, which takes us back to the wrong turn that we opened earlier, so we don't have to go all the way back to the arcade. So the manager's console, here we go into our wrong turns. And we go to the one in the arcade. It rewards us with a cheesy bar. And unfortunately, it's not for us, though. Yeah. I don't know. Damn. Apparently, evil Elmo, creepy Elmo, says that they're good. He says they're not bad, but they're not good. But they're okay. And I'm like, all right, whatever. My environment begins to melt around me. That's not fun. Oh, the pizza training program. I love these. So you always pick the wrong answer. They're like, I wanted a diet. You didn't give me a diet. You give them a regular anyway. You cut corners where it matters. And that's the power of capitalism, baby.
The customer is always wrong.
Extremely wrong.
They don't know what they want. Tell them what they want.
Exactly. Oh, we now have our first encounter, which is really cool. So if you've ever played pretty much any kind of RPG, but especially like things in the Earthbound kind of style, this is kind of pretty much the same thing. 2 important things we always do is we want to use a camera. So we stun them so they do not attack us. But then because we get batteries from each of these, we get to use our skill. The Walkman Blast, which requires 2 batteries. So it's just kind of a like Ouroboros situation. You use the camera, you stun them, they don't attack you. You get to use an attack and you just rinse, wash, repeat until you win encounters. Eventually, some of these encounters will give me tickets and I'll get to use my light gun. So like there, I got 2 tickets. But for the most part, you'll literally just see us flash the camera and then use the Walkman Blast. Nothing super interesting, honestly. I'm getting really bad encounters. Like when I did one last DRS run before this, and it was actually really good. And now this is actually getting kind of bad. Thumbs down.
Oh, you're a gamer. The God gamer. It's gonna come out. You're gonna be great.
Let's see if light gun will one-shot this. It did. Well, that's really annoying. We'll just attack through all of these anyway. Back to work. Oh, they did give me tickets, though. That's nice. I do get to redeem my tickets. It's very nice. Each of the wrong turns are just varying amounts of these rooms. You can clean up a mess. You can get those animatronic dolls you see in the end there. There's more messes. What's cool about cleaning up the messes is I can just hold the right key and just walk through them as I get to use them. Drown Waiter, let's go! Our homie has joined us.
Never been so happy to see body tape on the ground.
Like you see it and you get so excited. You're like, my homie. There's trash cans here. These are like little shops. So basically if I talk to the trash can, it can either give me an item or it could be an enemy. If I talk to the waitress dolls, they are shops, things like that. Training program, POG. These are the shortest. I don't have to battle anything here. So we just always do the competency one because one, it's on the top. It is just the easiest to go through. I do believe it is also the shorter of the options and text boxes. But honestly, I haven't clicked any of the other options in a very long time. So I just don't remember. I literally do not remember. We just run it as it goes. No, this is awful. This is an awful arcade. We're not getting a PP split here. That's unfortunate.
Good game. Of Nosferatu, the game.
I love the drown waiter. He's helping me out. What a homie.
Big fan. Big fan.
Big fan. He also just nets us an extra turn in the final boss fights in each of these areas. So here is the arcade machine, and we decide to play one more game. I unfortunately can't see you. You can't miss. Oh, the way I see you, I don't know. Are you proposing? Like, ooh.
Dang.
All right.
Okay, I'm listening.
Those items we picked up earlier, which are going to be our sodas and permanent markers that are come in effect here. I am going to use a soda on myself, which will net me an extra turn whenever that smiley face icon is there. And I'm just literally going to have my Drown Raider using a camera for me, which is going to get me that battery. Before I do that, I'm going to permanent mark on the singularity here in the middle and then Walkman Blast. And then just literally that's the end of the fight because we were going to stun them in a endless cycle. Whee!
Got him,
baby.
You ever notice that the silhouette of this guy kind of looks like Gru from Despicable Me?
I hate that you just pointed that out. I wish I could go back in time and make you not say that because, like, I didn't want to think about that at all.
Girls. That's just Gru. I can't wait for the minions to show up.
I hate that. Well, we killed his minions already, so hopefully they don't show back up. Let's walk with us. Let's light gun just for fun. Let's just mix it up a little bit here.
I like that.
Oh, we won! Yay! We got tickets and $75. The machine's upset that we killed it. Thumbs down on Fortnite. Thank you for your service. We got a cheesy bar.
Yeah.
And Steez EXE. With the way that the routes in this game used to work, we used to actually do the birth ending. There's 5 endings in this game. We used to do the birth ending, and then Teddy Ross, who actually was on the show earlier, he also speedruns this game. He found out that the necromancy ending is quite a bit faster than the birth route. So now, instead of going around and picking up clown statuettes all around the establishment, we just do a couple of fights, and then we go to the basement and we murder a small being, which is a lot faster, but we still get this bar regardless because we still need the key that he is going to give us to get a sledgehammer, to do a couple of other things. So this first half of the run is pretty similar. We also pick up less items along the way because one, Renna, who is one of the other 2 runners of this game besides me and Teddy, found out that there is the item duplication you saw in the bathroom inside of the arcade. She actually found that. She was just messing around, found out that if she just left the stall really quickly, she could just infinitely duplicate her money. So now we not only pick up less items to sell them to get money to buy cameras and brooms, we spend a lot less time actually in the establishment here because we just go through a couple wrong turns, we go defeat a small being, and then we're free. Which I think is honestly pretty cool. Not a lot of times that like you have like short games like this where you like just find dynamically different routes, but game rocks. If you've bought any like social justice bundles over the past probably like 3 or 4 years, maybe even 5 years, you probably own this game. You should go check and see if you own it because
Ooh, good call. Because I was thinking this game looks fun, right up my alley, and I bought a lot of those bundles, so I probably own it.
Yeah. This one, I think I bought this one in 2020 or 2021. This is also on Steam. So if you are more like oh, I don't like having my games in like a separate like place or anything like that, you can also buy this on Steam. This was moved to Steam in 2023, I believe, whenever Sorry We're Open came out. So I believe that they're all on Steam now. I think is really cool. Oh, an encounter. Thumbs down. Shadow Elmo. Ooh. Not a fan of that one.
That's a little disturbing.
This music kind of bangs, though.
Oh yeah, banger alert for sure.
All right, you're annoying me. Goodbye. We found $7 in a battery.
Boom.
Our pockets are bulging. Like there's just batteries falling out everywhere.
Hey, good luck holding on to all that. Jeez.
Look at those puffy shorts that they're wearing, though. You think the pockets are pretty deep?
That's true. Could be cargo shorts. Could got those extra pockets.
Yo, so true.
Could be
so
styling like that.
I wish I had cargo shorts.
Do you?
I don't. I do not own a pair of cargo shorts.
No, do you actually wish you had them?
No, I do. Because, like, can you imagine? Like, I wouldn't have to carry a bag anywhere. I could put, like, my inhaler and my phone in my pocket, and I wouldn't have to carry a bag anywhere anymore. Like, that would rock. I didn't mean to attack. I just mashed through, not paying attention. That's fine. Achoo. If anyone has any tips on how to budget, I spend about, 2 or 3K on cameras every month, and my budget's kind of messed up. If anyone has any advice, please let me know.
Yeah. Yes. I don't know why I keep spending 2 to 3K on disposable cameras every month.
Yeah, it's really harming my relationship, and it's not looking good. That's why Swiss isn't here, because they're mad at me because I spend so much money on disposable cameras. That's why they're not commentating right now.
See, the problem is you never get them developed, so you just have hordes and stacks of disposable cameras in your house.
Oh, that's so true. I mean, yeah, you've seen them. You know my problem. You've seen the cameras everywhere.
I've witnessed it firsthand.
That's so messed up, man. We picked up the drowned waiter at the very end. I was sweating a little bit. This fight in particular is kind of annoying without the drowned waiter to help you, but he did show up, and you can actually go through an entire wrong turn and never pick up your little homie, which is pretty messed up, but we'll do the same as we did for the last boss fight. We're gonna chug a soda. We are going to have the waiter just basically perpetually stun the boss. This guy in particular is a little annoying. We are also going to make sure we permanently mark him so we are able to actually hit him. Otherwise, this boss tends to... I don't actually really know anything about the stats for this game because they're not like outwardly there to like... You can't like scan an enemy and look at their stats or anything like that. But I do tend to like whiff on this guy a little harder than I do on other bosses. Maybe that's just a skill issue on my part. It could just could be.
No. You have too much skill.
Skill
issue.
I appreciate the vote of confidence there.
I hype up my homies.
Thank you. Ooh, that was a good crit. We almost got it. I should have probably just had the attended attack and then camera, but that's okay because we'll now hoard extra batteries. 1. Okay, there we go. 4. All right, Pog. We defeated the enemy. Thank you for your service. Whoop, whoop. I love that we work in this pizzeria and like you can buy pizza from the vending machines and stuff. But you don't actually ever make any pizza. You never do it. You even go into the kitchen and you still actually can't make any pizza, which is extremely funny in my opinion, honestly. You also don't deliver, which is, she said at the beginning, there is, in fact, no delivery.
Yep. Right there in the title.
So this is where the game splits. So normally we would have came here to pick up this clown statuette costume if we were going to be doing the birth ending. But we are not doing the birth ending. We're doing necromancy. So we're actually going to come here, and this little dude's going to knock us over. We're going to pick up the batteries here, and we're going to welcome back Creepy Elmo. Look back. Gonna join our party because we need to fight the bodysuit. It's actually, I think, a skin suit, but semantics.
It certainly looks like a skin suit.
Indeed, yes, in fact,
looks like a sleep paralysis team.
It does, and he's even got like a little name tag on, so like the implication is that like he was an employee here.
Scary.
Yeah, it's
Unsettling.
it is pretty weird, pretty whack. Yeah, I probably should have permanent markered first, but you know what? You can't win them all. This is also one of the most tedious fights. He's just really healthy. He's really healthily chunky.
Yeah, super tanky, huh? Yeah.
I also do like that this boss fight's music is just a slowed down version of some of the other like normal enemy encounter music you get. I think that was a pretty nice touch. It would also be nice if I could stop accidentally tabbing too far onto item instead of skill. I keep like tapping 3 times because my brain's like, you don't have a buddy, and I do have a buddy. I don't need to do the items myself, but we're just gonna attack him and hope he please. Oh, come on. That's messed up. That's real messed up. We whip. We attack. All right, cool. We got it. All right, so we found $75 and we got the skin suit. I'm gonna leave through the vent. We lose the puppet though, so goodbye, Creepy Elmo. For fun.
Creepy Elmo.
For fun, we're just gonna buy a ton of cameras. We don't need them, but what else are we gonna do with the money? Because literally this is pretty much the last section of the game. We're gonna head back into Showtime. And inside of Showtime, we have the sledgehammer, which we used to break the mirror inside of the bathroom, but now we are gonna come over here and we're gonna break this wall. It's like outline of a door can be seen beyond the wallpaper. So now we use a sledgehammer to open it. We go through this gaping hole, which how you get out of here unscathed, do not ask me. You somehow fit through that tiny hole and you come out okay. The mirror too, like there's just glass everywhere and you just come out okay. But because we got the skin suit, the small being that is behind here is now like, oh my gosh, yay, everything is safe because that mascot is no longer haunting me. And you can see like a decayed animatronic back there in the back. Hello, little person.
Oop, hopping in. Nice and cozy.
Oh, we're going to, because there's beings inside of the oven. They throw a cheesy bar at you, and then you get to decide to run in. So like, if you need it for health, you end up having the cheesy bar to recover. I used to buy pizzas for safety when I first started running this game for health, but like now I'm just like, nah, we're just balling.
Going for it.
Yeah, we're pretty much just going for it. So this is pretty much the last bit of the game here. There's going to be a couple of phases of enemies. There is going to be this enemy with 1 set of sparkles. There's going to be 5 sparkles up after that. And then we will have 1 hit on the small child that we saw hop into the oven, and then time will be on the last hit on the small child. But I'll point it out when we get there. This went by really fast. I actually didn't have as bad RNG as I did on quite a few of my practice runs, and I actually have no idea what the timer is at right now. So I'm really sorry if this is like omega underestimate. Sorry, Rain Concession, salute emoji.
You're good. Sorry to everybody that you're just gaming so hard.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Like, I can't believe everything's going really good, which is normally not what happens, because my run for Frost Hotels in 2023, not only did I accidentally grab the tentacle arm inside of the toilet at the very beginning of the run, I got dog water, just absolutely dog water RNG, and the run was very bad. I think I went like 4.5 minutes over estimate, which is why the estimate for this was so high. We were just like, let's play it safe and let's raise that estimate. All right, so this is the second set of phase. There are 4, 5, whatever sparkles. I can count. I can't count. I play Final Fantasy 14. I can't count.
Can't count higher than 14.
No, I can't even count to 4. What are you talking about? All right. We're now here to the child. We're just going to straight up attack him because it only takes 1 attack to defeat the child. And time. Woo! Yay! The the credits of this game are super short, so I'm going to let it play through so we can actually see that we got the necromancy ending. But at the end of each route, once you meet the requirements, you do get a certificate that tells you have met the requirement for the ending of whatever it is. I wish I could remember what all the endings are. I remember birth, I remember necromancy, and that's literally it. There are 5 of them, though, and I do know that there are 5 of them. I have them written down somewhere in the nether, but there's just no delivery. Again, if you like this game, you can find it on Steam. You can also find it on itch.io. If you've literally bought any social justice impacted bundles over the past probably 4 or 5 years, you probably own this game. So go ahead, go check it out. Like, go see if you own it. Play it. It's very short. I think you can finish the entire game with all the certificate endings in probably about 2 to 3 hours. I think it took me about 3 hours the first time I played through. And obviously, this run itself is very short. We don't have a Discord and we don't have resources. So you watch a run, you take notes, and you do a run. That's how I did it.
The old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way back in my day.
Put in that elbow grease. Yeah.
That elbow grease.
We had the Skype chats and the
okay.
Google Sheets.
Too far.
All right,
you're making me feel old, and I'm not even old, man. Come on, don't do this. My name's Varin. I sometimes stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/DragoRin. I honestly don't really stream that much, but I will be doing a run in the upcoming Flame Fatales. This year, my run is on Friday around 10 p.m. Eastern. I will be doing Final Fantasy XIV, Palace of the Dead, 141 to 150 Dark Knight, which I think is really cool. And I have 2 really good friends on commentary for that. So please tune in to all of Flame Fatales, but in particular, if you want to see a MMOB speedrun, feel free to tune in for that. I really don't do anything else. Late Arcader Super Showcase is coming up later this month too. I'm a member of Late Arcader, so are many other people who you've seen on Hotfix ever. So there's a lot of us out there, and we are going to hold a really great event, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Conception, for allowing me to do this. I was actually really, really flattered when you asked me to run this, and as much as I am really sad that your show is going to be ending in 2 weeks, I'm really glad I got to be on it because I didn't think I ran anything that constituted a silly game. So I'm glad that something was able to work out and that I am here on your show before it ends. So I appreciate you, man.
You and me both. I wanted some of my best friends to be on the one of these shows before we ended. So I'm glad you were able to make it work for me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Necromancy, we did it! Yay! Any percent? We did it! Woo!
Huge. All right. Well, thank you for running this. I honestly want to play this game. It looks really fun. I should really play it. It seems right up my alley. I got to play it. But the run itself was spectacular. Thank you so much. And for everybody else out there, we have one more game for tonight that we're going to throw at you. But we're going to take a little bit of a break first. So feel free to get up, stretch by anywhere between 1,000 and 2,000 disposable cameras. And we will see you here in just a few short moments. All right, and welcome back to Awfully Silly, everyone. We have been diving into some of the best and silliest indie games, also somewhat related to food, also somewhat vaguely horror themed. We have all the themes tonight. Before we jump into our final game of the evening, I wanted to thank everybody who contributes and supports GDQ Hotfix with their subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered. Your contributions, they help keep the shows running. So if you enjoy the stream, consider subscribing for you get exclusive emotes, ad-free viewing, access to chat during the replays. And you could also, if you're interested, just support the stream by sharing the GDQ channel with your friends and loved ones. We appreciate that as well. Also wanted to shout out, it actually was mentioned in the last run with Varin, Frame Fatales, which is GDQ's all women and femme speedrunning community, is actually preparing for the next event right around the corner. Flame Fatales is going to be running from September 7th through the 14th. You can actually check out the schedule at gamesdonequick.com/schedule/58. You can also type in !FF in the chat for info on how to join the Frame Fatales Discord and stay up to date with all things FF. All right. I think without further ado, it is time to jump into the last run of the evening, which was a darling, a favorite, if you will, of the silly block in this past SGDQ. It is Nubby's Number Factory, and it is going to be run by From Dark Hell. So feel free to take it away.
Hello, I'm From Dark Hell. I'll be doing Nubby, and I have my commentator Bystander Tim with me. Hi, I'm Bystander Tim. Darko and I nubbed our numbers at 5 a.m. at last event, and now we have like a brotherly bond. So I'm here.
We're stuck together. We nubbed at 5 a.m., so them's the breaks. We'll be playing Baloney Tony. This is a character that randomizes all item and perk triggers. It'll look insane. It'll maybe make sense. And I think we're ready to go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so for the many people who are unfamiliar with Nubby's Number Factory, this is a score attack roguelike. I like to call it a strange combination of like Peggle, 2048, and Balatro's score attack mechanics as well. So the main goal is that every level, every round, there are 80 rounds. You have a quota you need to meet by hitting numbered values on certain pegs. We're in our first Nubby Mart here. This is our shop. Since we are playing as Baloney Tony, we are going to be dealing with randomized item triggers as well. So if you see when Darko hovers over an item, any words that are in yellow and bold there are going to be random. So right now, Dark Hill is trying to build a build that works within whatever he can put together as quickly as possible. Some of the most common or some of the most valuable perk triggers we're looking for are things like 2-peg pop, which just go really hand in hand with like the basic Nubby things. One of the reasons Baloney Tony is so broken is that because 2-peg pop is okay.
It's all kind of weird. I should have taken that.
Yeah. One of the reasons why Baloney Tony is so broken is that you're seeing a lot of normally very seldomly triggered items having really fast triggers all of a sudden. So you're just going to see a lot of things popping off as well. Every so often we're going to be doing a special round. Sometimes it's a boss round, sometimes it's an event round. For example, that one is Sneaky Snipers, which marks certain pegs to give you just basically whenever you pop them, you're also going to pop the highest value peg on the board. Have I missed anything I can think of, Dirk? Perks as well. Yeah. So we are coming up on our first a claw machine as well, which if Dark Hill doesn't die here, we're crossed our fingers.
We're good. We're so good.
We're good. We're so back. So we are going to have our first Grabatron here. We are going to be going after a black market key. This is going to give us access to the similarly named black market. And those are some of the most potent items in the entire game. Things like the pregnancy test, which allows you to essentially do a multi-ball with Nubby as well. But since those item triggers are randomized, we can get things like 2-peg pop pregnancy test, where every time we pop 2 pegs, we could spawn another Nubby, which will then go and pop 2 more pegs. And then you could already see where that's going to spiral out of control. So we are also occasionally going to be getting some perks as well. They do things like, for example, with a poop butt in slot number 1, 5-peg pop king baby is very funny.
I kind of like you. I like your vibes.
So for example, 5-peg pop king baby, whenever Darko pops 5 pegs, it's going to make the lowest value peg on the board the highest value peg on the board. So you could already see sort of the potential of where things could go, or it could just go,
or I could just not pop any pegs. It's fine.
So here's our first example of some pegs as well. For example, you have the springy perk. Unfortunately, we got a bad draw here. One of the other downsides of Baloney Tony is that when the chips aren't in your favor, things will go wrong. But so far, I think we are missing like one more thing that will provide this run some sauce. But
I need more like pop.
We're on a good thing so far.
Speaking of pop, thank you. I have not even seen. I've not even seen any jacks.
Yeah, kids don't play with jacks anymore.
Kids are not playing with jacks. It's like insane.
I was gonna say, in the green room, I learned that kids don't play with jacks anymore, so I can't say I'm surprised at the absence of jacks.
No, we had like several different versions of what we were prepping for the GDQ run as well. The first thing was trying to have as many. This is pretty good, huh?
Now I'm feeling good. I like this.
But yeah, we went to the local Target, to the SGDQ venue, and we were like, what can we think of? And before we decided to spend multiple dollars on moldy sandwiches by trying to eat whatever's in the in-game shop, I definitely we're just trying to look up items in the Nubby shop that we could get in person, and just put in Jack's into the target search on the app, and just found Jack's Pizza and nothing else. And we were just like, I guess kids aren't playing with Jack's anymore because we couldn't find Jack's.
Yeah, it's impossible to find those.
Yep, they might not even exist anymore. They might be extinct.
Yeah.
Somebody on the YouTube comments was like, "Oh, well, they might have them at the dollar store." And we're like, "Where we can find a dollar
In this
store?"
economy?
Yeah.
Kidding me?
Don't you have a two-pick pop, Poopa?
Every 4 seconds.
No.
I have 2-pick pop socket though.
I would
You're
put the
so
socket
like
in there. Yeah. So this is an example of like your brain on Baloney Tony as well. Is that for the most part, by the time you get to accessing Baloney Tony, you are just already so used to how things are. But with Baloney Tony, you're constantly having to like relearn the game as well and just think on the fly. Items that are normally not pretty good on vanilla are suddenly really exceptional when they just trigger all the time as well. But yeah, we really are nubbing our numbers right now.
This is your brain on Baloney Tony.
Oh.
Every now and then I'll like shoot out Nubby, and then I think my brain just like shuts off. It like goes default mode and like factory resets, and then I have to go, oh right, I'm playing the game.
That's the best kind of video game then.
I just like my little noises.
They're very pleasing.
At GDQ, I balanced my audio just a little bit bad. So every now and then when I would shoot, I just could not hear a single thing happening around me, and I'm like, oh, cool. Hey,
But yeah, Darko, this is going pretty well. So are we gonna eat a lentil?
I will not eat a moldy sandwich yet.
Yeah.
Brackets yet.
Yeah. So what we are talking about is that there are the moldy sandwich specifically is a unique item for Baloney Tony, which will just, for example, Dark Hill's got some pretty good item triggers, but some ones you might be wanting something different. The moldy sandwich is going to randomize every single item trigger. It keeps your perk triggers the same, so it's not like a complete re-roll of everything. But this run definitely is pretty on pace to finish with plenty of time to spare.
Yeah.
So this is a far cry from when I ran Nubby, I think in May, and just it was Dark Hill was here for that 30 minutes of just me getting rocked by RNG.
Also, thing we didn't explain is the cafe. I don't think we explained it. Maybe this is a brain shut off moment.
Yeah, so you're gonna tease. Okay. There's a second one. There's a second one there. What we were pointing out is that the lentil item will randomize all of your items, so it would just roll a completely new build for Dark Hill. But we did not really talk about the item slots as well. Whenever you start a run of Nubby's Number Factory, you only have access to the 1 through 4 item slots here. But you do have the opportunity to buy more item slots. And once you buy 5, 6, and 7, after you hit 7, you get access to the cafe. The cafe has a bunch of special items in it. Things like, things like you would find at a cafe, like pickle rats, moldy sandwiches, shish kebabs. But those are all things that can really augment your run. They either give you the opportunity to roll more often at the Nubby Mart. They give you a pretty solid re-trigger. For example, Dark Hill has 4 of the shish kebabs that are currently available. You can see right there. What this will do is just every time, since they are randomized due to Baloney Tony, it is every time a peg is fully popped, which just means it hits 0 and it disappears off the board, you have a 50% chance to re-trigger the item that's the farthest to the right as well. But again, for this being a nonsense video game, there is actually quite a bit of mechanics, and it is a very solid roguelike. If you have not played Nubby's Number Factory, it is $5, and it is at least going to give you $5 worth of entertainment.
Yeah. I've put however many hours into this game, too many probably, but however many hours.
I think I
into
have
it.
60.
Yeah, that feels about right.
That's pretty good.
I have 70.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so 70 hours worth of game for $5.
That's just a good value.
Yeah. I like every now and then I don't get stuck just like making numbers. So it just kind of goes pop, pop, pop like this.
Yeah. Speaking of numbers, by the way, so Dark Hell on stream right now is wearing a very, very strange t-shirt because the weirdest thing that we still have not found the people responsible for it or is that during our CDQ 2025 run, while we were getting set up, there was like a group of people trying to flag us down, and they had matching t-shirts that all just said, I nubbed my numbers at 5 a.m. and all I got was this nubtastic t-shirt.
Yeah.
But we're still trying to find the people who made these shirts.
We took photos with them and then did not get any other info about them, and they just disappeared. Oh, I can
it was like the one Sailor Moon meme where it's just like, oh, our work here is done, and then we were just like, you didn't do anything except give us this t-shirt. And then we just couldn't find them. I literally walked around the event with a sign. I literally walked around the event with a sign trying to find him.
Another black mark. You wouldn't get a second King Baby.
I mean, we're still waiting on chat to pop off after you get a pregnancy test.
The thing is, I haven't gotten one. My man needs a pregnancy test.
I mean, not with that attitude.
Oh, sure, but like, beggars can't be choosers. I want a pregnancy test.
I was gonna say it's only a rare item in the least accessible item pool.
Yeah, it's only like what 0.5% or something. That's fine.
My cat just decided to attack my leg, so
she gets it.
She understands, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, black market pregnancy test.
All right, pregnancy.
A second king baby.
A second king baby is very good.
I was debating.
Just grab it.
Well, I had to debate. Oh my god.
This definitely could go infinite.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
So the fun fact about the score is that if you want to know what the highest score available in Nubby is, it is definitely Googleplex, because that. Now my cat is just meowing at me and like,
once again,
hey, why are you not paying attention to me?
You don't care about me.
We are about 3/4 of the way. We are about 3/4 of the way through the run right now. Time will end after the final boss, which is over on round 80. But we're having a pretty chill nub here.
I'm just nubbing my numbers. It kind of just happened.
We're just nubbing our numbers right now.
Not at 5 a.m. I did not nub my numbers at 5 a.m. today.
No, this is a much better time slot compared to.
Yeah. I'll make a second
standard
t-shirt.
Nubbin hours.
I nubbed my numbers at midnight.
You nubbed your numbers on Hit Legacy GDQ Hotfix show awfully silly by the time you get the t-shirt printed.
Yes.
I think it'll do numbers if I sell it.
I think so. I get my full blessing.
Yeah, so many people would buy this. Oh, there we go. This is one of the boss rounds, or like bonus rounds, that I should click the end button, that will, certain pegs are marked and there's a 50% chance, excuse you, thank you, for them to either have your pegs or double it. So it kind of just happens. Usually it just doubles, and then, hey, wow, I have 7 zillion points.
Hey, wow.
I also normally have 7 zillion points, but like, speaking of, there you go, buddy. I just gotta like sit there and I gotta bounce between a few pegs.
Well, I was gonna say you're waiting on the 5 pegs for the King Baby.
Yeah. There we go.
I guess we could also talk about the Mind's Eye. So like the most important, one of the best mechanics that they added to this game is this thing called the Mind's Eye, which is that little eye that's open in the top left corner. What that does is whenever you're aiming with Nubby, it'll highlight the highest value peg on the board, which gives you a pretty good idea of where you should be aiming, which is just really nice to have. It also provides all that information in the bottom left corner, all the pops, dubs, halves, full pops, etc. So it's just a pretty good thing overall.
I'm usually just a little stupid enough to not use that info on the bottom left, but I do see the little crosshair and pay attention. Like that. Mm-hmm. I pay attention to this game sometimes. Sometimes.
On occasion.
that is the one thing about a Bologna Tony, is that it definitely turns into a little bit of an auto play situation whenever we get a really broken build.
Method. Calculating. What do we got? Boring. I won't eat that tartlark, which is one of the items in the cafe that will upgrade your rightmost item, but it deletes the leftmost item. But if you can just afford an item,
probably could have given up your second lobster claw.
Well, sure.
Well,
I just bought.
I was gonna say for what?
I'm attached to him.
Yeah, with the price of lobster these days.
Yeah, exactly. That was what, like 9 coins? That's a lot of money. I do have 99, but like that's 10 times as much as or 1/10 of how much I make.
Yeah, Bologna Tony may have bologna on his face, but he is rich, so
Yeah. I will not eat a lentil. I will not eat a moldy sandwich either.
Just eat a moldy sandwich around 90 or 79 and just throw right here. No.
He's not. The Yeti's not helpful. In main Tony runs, the main strat is to get the Void perk, which is this, but like, we're like at the end of the game.
This is the final boss. By the way, get ready on time.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was talking.
Pretty cut and dry nub in here.
That kind of just happened. I just started, didn't have any issues.
Yeah, that was I don't know what record. That was a 15:56. That was really fast, I feel like.
That checks out.
I think
okay, cool.
I don't know what record is for Bologna Tony, but like the optimal stuff for normal Tony is very fast and very very boring. So that was a very good run.
Heck yeah. Wow, I am impressed. You nubbed the heck out of it.
I nubbed my numbers.
We did in fact number numbers.
Those numbers never stood a chance to not be nubbed. All right. Well, that was incredible. Yeah, please any shout outs, plugs, anything you'd like. The floor is yours. You have all the time you want.
I got 15 minutes. I'll keep talking. Shout outs to Tim, and shout outs to like all my friends watching, whomever you are, and shout outs to my girlfriend Des. She's asleep right now, but like she'll figure it out.
Wake her up right now. No.
Honey, I nubbed my numbers.
Yeah. As always, thank you, Darko, for having me. This game is incredible. Like I said before, if you are into roguelikes in any sort of capacity, this game is $5, and you have probably spent more on less material things than this silly video game. But I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite indie games ever, and it's definitely one of the highlights of this year, if you like indie games. But yeah, and of course, thank you, Conception, for having us as well. Awfully Silly is close to not only both of our hearts, but the GDQ community as well, and wish you success on the last couple shows.
Thank you both so much. Yeah, Tim's been on the show quite a few times over the history. From Darko, we haven't had on this show, but I had you on for a special back in 2021 where you ran Mythbusters. So we got to work together in that regard, and I figured, hey, let's get Darko on here right before we get out, So I appreciate it. Appreciate you both for sticking up, staying up late, but not as late as SGDQ. So SGDQ. So at least we got you in a better time slot, midnight. We'll have to get you 24 shirts, one for each hour. Where you're nubbing your nub. But thank you both so much for being here, and for everybody for watching as well. Just a couple of reminders before we wrap up. One, if you happen to miss tonight's shows or any other Hotfix shows or any other special events, or you're still catching up from SGDQ, you're going to want to head on over to our YouTube channel. That will have all of the VODs from our Hotfix shows, all of these events, all of the GDQ marathon runs, and that's going to be youtube.com/gamesdonequick. And if you happen to be watching this on YouTube in the future, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. That's going to help you stay up to date with everything going on with GDQ. Wanted to remind everybody else as well, said it a few times over the night, but 2 weeks from now is going to be the final ever episode of Awfully Silly. And if you would like to have some say as to what could be featured on the final episode, as a reminder, I've done this show for 4 years. I've never once repeated a game. Never. we have done 4 straight years of only one feature per game. But the last episode, we're going to bring some of the classics back for a best of episode to close it out. If you want some say, type in !silly finale in the chat. That'll get you to a form where you can nominate up to 5 different runs from the course of Awfully Silly's tenure to potentially be featured in 2 weeks on the next episode. I will have to wrap this up very soon because I have to shore up the run of show in advance and get everybody in and tech checked and all of that. So
you can make me play Office Race again.
Office Race was a classic. So if you want to see some chair racing through an office building, I highly suggest doing that. We'll probably close in the next day or two so I can get everything shored up for the final. So be sure to get your votes in. And then lastly, if you missed Awfully Silly tonight or you missed Perilous Paths before, no worries, because we're going to have a replay of both of those shows. First Perilous Paths and then Awfully Silly coming up right after this break. So and you're going to want to tune back in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern for more hotfix action, and we'll see you then. But for now, the penultimate time, thank you for watching Awfully Silly with us tonight, and we will see you in 2 weeks for the grand finale, the end of the 4-year journey of Awfully Silly in a couple weeks. Thank you for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time.